What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Ball Game Podcast. I am the innocent bystander, Matt Sullivan.
I'm Trunks.
I'm Dean.
I'm Chris.
And we have a special guest.
Because someone didn't decide
Yeah, Ortiz
to come to
isn't
the
here.
show. Ortiz isn't here, but we have a great replacement.
Yes.
He's honestly better than Ortiz. Very special guest today. You want to introduce yourself?
Man, it's your boy O Sleazy. I'm not here to take Ortiz's spot. I can't do that to him, unfortunately. But I would love if he was here, but he's not. So I'll be his replacement for the time being. Thank y'all for having me, man.
No, we're very happy that you're here, bro.
Thank you for supporting, bro.
Thank you for showing
Honestly.
the most love. You and Deadpool. Shout out Deadpool too. You guys have been amazing. Like the best ever. Like Sleazy, you've been great, commenting on everything, watching everything. Like we really do appreciate you more than you even understand.
It's really
So,
cool, like knowing we have a fan. It's really dope.
Yeah, but like now he's
More
super,
than a
he's
fan.
not. He's not a
More
fan.
than a
he's
fan,
Our
a
boy
friend.
now.
Friend.
First of all,
Friend.
fan turned into, you know what I mean?
He's
It's
our
cool.
boy now. Yeah.
A supporter.
Yes.
Fan
Yeah,
turned into a friend.
Yeah.
yeah. So we do appreciate you a lot. The showing of love, like we really do. That means a lot to us. So all the
And
love.
check out Sleazy. Tell them what your TikTok is.
Yes.
To
Oh,
check
my
that out.
TikTok is at O Sleazy with 3 E's. I'm at, I think, 3.1K. You know,
It's more than us.
That's
support is growing every day. I'm dropping a lot of bangers every day. When the playoffs get around, if the Celtics win the finals, y'all might have to block me. I'm letting y'all know.
So yeah, obviously he's a Boston Celtics fan, and that's something we're going to talk about in a bit. But overall, today is an NBA show, and we're doing winners and losers of the NBA season, both players and teams, 3 of each in each segment. And yeah, so it's going to be a big show. Happy to have you here, O'Sleazy. Happy for you to join us and give us your opinions on a lot of stuff. But first of all, before we get into anything, follow us on our socials, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, subscribe, all that good stuff before we even get into anything. And yeah, Sleazy, I want you to start us off real quick. There was a big game last night.
We have a segment that we like to
Yeah.
call.
Sorry, Sleazy.
Oh my God, I forgot about
Sorry,
Wait,
our host
wait.
sucks.
Yeah.
We can wait.
I forgot about our
This is ball game bets. All right. So for today's ball game bet, I have the Lakers money line. Klay Thompson to hit 2 threes. Zach LaVine to put up 20. Pascal Siakam to put up 20. That comes out to plus 270.
So I have Pascal Siakam and Jalen Brunson to both score 20+ points. I have the Los Angeles Lakers alternative spread plus 8.5, and I have the Los Angeles Clippers alternative spread plus 12.5. That all comes out to plus 253.
I have James Harden score 15 plus. I have LeBron to get 6+ rebounds. Wendell Carter to get 8+ rebounds, and the Hawks alternate spread plus 3.5 against the Nets.
I have Trae Young to score 20+. The Hawks -2. I'm gonna be at that game. Let's get it. Zach LaVine to score 25+, and Anthony Edwards to score 15+. Plus 260.
There it is. Okay. So the what I was actually getting at prior to being interrupted, because I am a terrible host. O'Sleazy, a big game happened last night. You, as a Celtics fan, are probably incredibly happy about what happened last night. So I do have to ask, what are your thoughts? What are your takeaways from last night's game, if there are any? Or was it just a blip on the radar for the Bucks? So what did you think?
One of my biggest takeaways is that not only our defense, but our team as a whole, when Robert Williams is playing, is completely different. When Robert Williams is on the floor, knowing we have a guy back there that is willing to put his body on the line to just put fear in people's hearts, basically, when he's down on the block. It makes our defense be able to roam a little more, be able to help a lot more. It helps our offense too, knowing we have a lob threat. Another big takeaway, I'm trying to stay off the Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown thing because obviously they did what they did. At one point, they were outscoring the Bucks by themselves.
Yep.
I think it was 70, and I think the Bucks had 69 or something like that.
Bro, it was a blowout.
Yeah, after the first quarter, bro, it was pretty much a
First quarter was super competitive too. It was There was a ton of lead changes, and then all of a sudden after that, it's just turned into a massacre for the remainder of the game, bro. It was wild. But yeah, no, Robert Williams is a game changer. I think he was my pick preseason to win Defensive Player of the Year, I'm pretty sure. And he never stays healthy. So it's just not gonna happen.
No.
But when he's on the court, bro, it's crazy.
They look dominant, bro. The Jays, I mean, you spoke about it, Osweezy. The Jays looked insane, bro. And I know everyone loves to glamour over this Bucks team, how amazing they are, all this depth and shit like that. But I'm sorry, man. Jay Crowder and Joe Ingles are not the answer for Jason
They
Tatum
were
and
getting
Jaylen Brown.
absolutely fried.
Fried, toasted, destroyed. They had no chance. I don't know what the answer is for the Bucks, and it's pretty funny to me that the Bucks are great. Like, they're a phenomenal team. They could win the NBA championship 100%, but the Bucks' dominance over the last month and a half, I feel like, made people forget about the Celtics. And I think this was good for the Celtics to put everyone back on notice. Like, hey, we're still here, and when we're fully healthy, like, you're not gonna have an easy time beating us.
Well, yeah, but the Bucks' dominance also did coincide with the fact that the Celtics started falling off a little bit. The Celtics looked like they were a team that didn't look the same as they did in the beginning of the season, and now obviously it seems as though
they weren't really healthy
back.
either.
That's also true, but now it seems like the Celtics are fully back, and if they are, the East just got a hell of a lot more interesting. It's not as simple as the Bucks are going to the finals. So,
I think this game definitely answered a lot of questions. Everybody was skeptical about the Celtics over the last month. It was actually the game the Knicks beat them without Jalen Brunson.
yes, I remember that.
The bench players stepped up and
That was
kind
an
of
amazing game.
Emmanuel quickly.
IQ game, the IQ
dropped
game,
38 that game.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
Come on, man.
silence the Celtics and raise some questions about them for a while. But I think last night kind of put them back up there in the top 3, top 4 teams in the league conversation.
They are. There's no question.
Yeah,
And
I think they never should have came out of that conversation, honestly.
I think they're the
agree.
second best team in the NBA, in my personal opinion. Arguably first, obviously, with the team that I have the first best team being the team that they just dominated. So I mean, it's tough. The East arguably has the 3 best teams in the NBA right now. Arguably, you
I
could
do
say the
think-
Nuggets, but
I do think that game was a bit of I wouldn't put too much into it
I agree.
because the Bucks came off of a back-to-back. But
I don't give a shit, bro.
I know.
Like
40-point game.
Cool, you came
Dang.
off a back to
Yeah, you
back,
got
but you
40
got
pieced.
40 pieced in your trap. They walked into your home gym and dominated you off they 40 pieced them in the fucking first half, bro. There's no excuse for that. I don't care about any back to back.
it's so wild because it was just the second quarter too.
it was
Like the
Yeah.
first quarter was close, and then the second quarter it really did get ugly.
There's been back to backs all year, bro. Like, let's not
I
discredit.
turned the game off probably with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. We were up 38. I'm not watching this no more.
There's no reason to.
Once Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown sat down, I ain't even want to watch no more.
Yeah, no, I completely get that. I have to ask. So, have you guys ever seen? And this is a wild question, but have you ever seen a team that has a better 6 defensive players in their rotation than what the Celtics have? In my opinion, like Marcus Smart, Derek White, Rob Williams, Al Horford, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown. I mean, if Jalen Brown is arguably in this case your 6th best defender, that's fucking insane. That's actually kind of wild. Obviously not he's a better perimeter defender than say Rob Williams and Al Horford, but overall impact in terms of defense, those guys are more impactful. Derek White, Marcus Smart, arguably 2 of the 5 best perimeter defenders in the entire NBA, in my opinion. I mean, bro, it doesn't get much better. Jason Tatum, completely underrated on that side of the ball as well. So, bro, Sleazy, you guys got a fucking squad there, man.
they're the most complete team in the NBA, in my
Well,
opinion.
yeah, and it's not even just about the individual defenders. It's about the scheme and
Yes.
their ability to play team defense. I mean, I was listening to Al Horford on JJ Redick's podcast, and he was just talking about how playing with those guys, he always hears them in the back, behind him. He never feels like he's on an island guarding guy. So, I mean, that's obviously always going to help having help behind you. So,
Grant Williams, another guy too.
Yeah.
Grant Williams is a baller. Love Grant Williams. Isn't he due for a contract this offseason? He's gonna get paid.
I don't really think he's getting it, if I'm being honest.
You don't think you? So say he wants $15 million a season.
What team is gonna go out and get Grant Williams? The Celtics are gonna pay him $15 million a season. They got too many guys to worry about.
I agree.
I
Yeah.
he would leave.
Yeah, way too many guys to pay.
I think someone would pay
Has
him.
to
though.
at least take 11 or 12.
Yeah, potentially. He's a great 3-and-D power forward. So like someone will pay him. But yeah.
Well,
That's
Sleazy,
that.
what do you think about Jaylen Brown? Is he leaving? You think he's leaving?
That's a good question.
I don't even like talking about this, bro. 'Cause I don't want him to, bro. But
Yo, Sleazy, I'm gonna cut you off real quick. Ortiz, just fucking walk here, bro, because we have a bunch of like really cool segments. So
You
just
have
fucking,
time, bro.
just walk here, bro. Please.
You have time.
please, Ortiz.
Bro, if Osleazy's asking for you, now you
Ortiz is already in the middle of a ranked game, bro. You're
Yeah,
not
he's
gonna get
definitely playing
the
game.
show. No question, he's playing the show right
But
now.
anyways, Jaylen
Continue.
Brown.
I don't want him to leave, but if he does, I want him to at least go to a contender and we can possibly get something back for him. When the Kevin Durant sweepstakes started and then Jaylen Brown's name was popping up, I was a little conflicted because on one side I didn't really want to let him go because him and Jason Tatum had a good thing brewing at the time, but at the same time it's Kevin Durant.
Yep.
So I was really, I don't know, bro. I just don't want him to leave. I really don't want him to leave personally.
So looking back at it now, you definitely would pull the trigger on the Kevin Durant deal. If it was JB, Marcus Smart, and like a first-round pick, would you do it? A first or two, because that seems like what they wanted, honestly.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn. That's a lot. What is going on? What is in the comments section right there?
Some dude, I can't pronounce his name because it's in a language I don't understand, but said, come once to a basketball game in the Euro League. I promise you such a thrill that you will not experience in the NBA. Cheering fans, jumpers lighting smoke flares and firecrackers, cursing.
Oh fuck, cursing?
Never cursed in my life.
Bro, if you could fly us out to a Euro League game, we'll pull up.
up.
We'll pull up.
Yeah, I don't know about all
Definitely
that.
pull up.
I'm not trying to get shot.
You think they just get shot in Europe?
I don't know. I'm just not trying to. I don't know who this guy is. Like, what?
Go to
I
Euro.
would actually love to go
You're
to a
shot.
Euro League
I
game.
would go to a Euro League game, though.
I definitely would.
Let's travel and go watch like Real Madrid. Or
Ball
some shit.
game on the road.
Ball game on the
Ball
road.
game on the
Yeah.
road.
But
I'm with that.
On the road.
That's a
One
great
day.
idea, actually.
I think that'd be fantastic. We
Chris,
need
you're coming to the DR?
Yeah, I'm coming to the door.
Do we have to
Sure.
log it? We have to.
the doctor.
We're gonna be
Doctor.
without a pod for a week.
No,
Yeah.
No, we're doing the
no,
pod
we
there.
do the
Pod
pod in the
from-
DR.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got to get lapels and shit.
we do the pod in the DR. No question. No question about it.
That'd be fire. Ball game going global. That's fire.
Go out on like the patio or some shit. That'd be
Everyone's got to
fire.
share us and
Nah,
like keep
pod
following
from
us,
the
bro.
pool.
pod from the pool. Oh
the pool?
fuck,
Yeah.
hot tub pod.
I don't want to do a hot tub pod
pod.
with you, Dean.
Damn, fuck.
Tom said the Euro game pod.
Euro game pod.
Said the hot tub pod.
We should
That's
do a pod from the car, bro.
We should
A
do a
road
pod
trip
from the
pod.
roof.
Pod from the roof.
Pod
Do a
from the
pod
roof
from
will
the
be
roof.
Bro, we
insane,
should do a
bro.
pod from the roof.
pod from the roof is kind of crazy.
All right, we do have structure to this podcast, so we need to get back on track a little bit. So today, as I said before, obviously our main segment was going to be stating the winners and the losers of this NBA season, both with teams and players. So how do we want to format this? I don't want to do this. Do we want to go one each at a time?
Sure.
Is that well?
Just
We'll go one at a time. We'll
we
go
can
around the
just-
table and
yeah.
then we'll see how long it takes.
We'll start
'cause we
with the
might not-
players and we'll just go with whoever you feel like talking about. If you feel like talking about a winner, talk about the winner. If you want to talk about a loser, talk about a loser. Who wants to get it started off? All right, I'll get it
Go
started
ahead.
off. My first winner is Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls. I saw some tweets about Patrick Williams yesterday, I think it was. So as of March 21st, on this season, the Bulls have outscored opponents by 11.9 points per 100 possessions with Patrick Williams on the floor in crunch time. So he's been great in crunch time. And then the second one is I think it's 26 players total. JJ was talking about this on his podcast, talking about Joel Embiid because he's second in this stat, but first is Patrick Williams. So Patrick Williams has allowed the fewest points this season when guarding a ball handler in direct isolation with at least 100 possessions.
Jeez.
But Patrick Williams, he maybe hasn't taken the leap that some people wanted from him, but I think he's been really good. And the thing about Patrick Williams is we have to remember this is only his second full season. He spent most of last season out, but in my opinion, he's become an elite 3-and-D player. I mean, he's shooting over 40% from 3, and he's by far the Bulls' best perimeter defender. And the Bulls' defense has been great the past 2 months, and he's a big part of that. So I'm very impressed with Patrick Williams. I think he's on the right trajectory. People may look on the surface and be disappointed with Patrick Williams because he hasn't taken that huge leap that people want from him, but I think he's on the right path. So had to do a homer pick in there too.
For sure.
Solid.
Is Patrick Williams y'all best perimeter defender with Pat Bev and Caruso?
Best wing defender, I'll say, because those guys are smaller,
Caruso and
But yeah, Pat Bev. Pat Bev. Hope he stays. Hope we keep
It's so
that.
I
fun.
think he will.
He
I
really
love
is
that.
the type of player. He really is the type of player that you fucking hate him if he
Yeah.
isn't on your team. But if he's on your team, you absolutely love him.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
he really
he's-
called LeBron too small and then got too small by Austin
Yeah.
Reeves. It's like the circle of life.
Yeah,
It's like a pyramid.
Yeah.
Pyramid of greatness.
I mean, Austin Reeves has been fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'd love to. include
He's gonna
him
get a
back.
bag, right?
I
He's
saw
gonna get a bag.
He is going to get paid.
I saw Pick Aside did a Austin Reeves or this
Oh my
player.
goodness.
So bad.
Well, it's not even just that, but the dude. Shout
Some
out
of
to
the
Pick
things they're
Aside
saying.
and shout out
Shout out.
John. I don't know how to pronounce her last name if you watch this, but the kid John on the podcast said that Austin Reeves can be the third best player on a championship team,
I
like right
saw
now,
that. Oh my god.
like right now.
All right.
Recency bias, bro.
All right.
Crazy thing.
Bias is
Hold
You're
crazy.
gonna agree with him.
Hold up.
Wow.
If your first and second best players are LeBron James and Anthony Davis,
Austin Reeves isn't going to be the third best player on that team.
Facts.
no, he's not. You're right, because it's probably going to be D'Angelo Russell or Jared
Okay.
Vanderbilt.
So there we go. He's
So
the
if he
fifth best.
was the third best, they're not winning shit.
I don't look. He was really good for like 3 games,
Really good's
There
not
we go.
good enough to be a third best option.
but like
Sorry.
those 3 games were impressive. He looked like he could do a lot more than he's asked to do.
Okay. So when the season first started and their team was just still Anthony Davis, LeBron, Westbrook, and him, and he was the third best player for a lot of that season, they were not going anywhere. So no, it does not work with him as the third best option. It doesn't. They're not good enough.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I guess.
Rank these 3 players. Austin, like projection, not just right now, but who you would rather have long term. Austin Reeves, Denny Avila, or Josh Green.
I think Josh Green's first for me. It's just really about who's going. I think Austin Reeves might be second, and then Denny third.
I think it's Reeves, Green, Denny for me.
I think I'd put Green first, then Reeves, then Denny.
I agree.
I'd have, honestly, maybe I'm just sleeping on Austin Reeves, but I'd have Green, Denny, and then Reeves. Denny's been hooping, bro.
I know, but like
Denny's been good, but
And it's just like,
Reeves has been better as of late. No, I know it's recent.
I don't
like Reeves
know,
has been-
bro.
better all season.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just that simple to say. Who's to say if Denny wasn't in that Austin Reeves position on the Lakers? We're not talking, you know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah.
talking
No,
about
yeah.
Denny in the same
Fair.
way. He's averaging what, like 15 points since the Rui trade with elite perimeter defense.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves at best is an average perimeter
And
defender.
Denny can play make too.
That's true.
Right. He's an
slightly
average.
above average.
You could give him slightly above average, but
I
Denny.
don't like the Caruso comparison.
No,
That-
obviously not.
that's-
It's just
Nah, it's
really
just
hard.
garbage.
They really did that because he's white. So
Yeah, no, yeah, it's the truth. It's literally the truth. Yes.
It's really hard to compare players on winning teams and losing teams that are on 2 opposite sides of the spectrum because the players' roles in their teams are very, very different. When you're on a
Yes.
winning team, you could be really good and have a minimized role because you're on a good team. When you're on a bad team and you're like an average player, you could drop 20 points a game and like you're still not that good.
Like
you know what
Cam
I mean?
Thomas.
I
like
guess, but it's
said.
not like
But it's
not
not
like-
that he's bad. I'm
no,
not
I
saying
know,
he's
but
bad
and
at
it's
all.
also not like Denny's out here shot chucking. He's
He's playing basketball.
a fourth option on that. It's not like he's out here playing as a first or second option.
I
You know,
know.
he's a fourth. He's a
But-
fourth option on that team, and he makes winning plays. He makes plays that you would say to yourself, "This is a guy that I want as my third to fifth option on
Right.
my championship team." You know what I mean?
But it ends
It's
up
close.
being fourth option on a not great team or a fourth option on a good team, on a legitimate team.
Are the Lakers legitimate?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
But it's really
Right.
hard because one
They're
guy's
like
playing with
one of the
LeBron.
best teams in the Western Conference right now.
They're winning it all.
They really, really are.
They're winning.
They're
the title.
11-6 since the All-Star break. That's pretty fucking
Without
solid.
LeBron for most of that.
Without LeBron for a good chunk of that.
They're
Yeah.
winning it all.
I mean, I don't know about winning it all, but
But they look better than teams in the Western Conference that have been
I think
better than them all
they're
season.
the, dare I say, second or third best team in the West.
Right
at
now,
the
yeah.
moment.
I've been saying that for a while. If the Lakers match up with Memphis or Sacramento, the Lakers can.
Memphis is fucked, bro.
Yes.
Bro,
Memphis
Bro.
is fucked.
I'm sorry. The Kings are getting fucked by the Lakers.
Agreed.
All
The
right,
Kings
I
are
think
not stopping LeBron James.
I think the Kings are a little better than people think they
The
are.
Kings gonna give them a
The
game.
Kings are better than Memphis.
I would take the Kings
Oh
over
my
Memphis.
goodness,
No,
bro.
bro.
I'm taking the Kings
Bro,
over.
have you not been
No.
watching the
I don't
Grizzlies?
know.
The Grizzlies had
It's
no Ja
close.
Morant and lost Brandon Clark for the season. Steven Adams still never came back, and the Grizzlies didn't move in the standings. If anything, they went up because they were battling with the 3 seed for the Kings. Now they have the 2 seed.
So the Grizzlies
and they have
didn't
that
have
locked
their
up.
best player for 12 games
And didn't
they're
move.
still-
And Jaren Jackson's been insane. He's been insane offensively.
Good
All
point.
The
due
Grizzlies
respect to
disrespect has to stop. I'm
Oh.
pissed.
but the Lakers would still beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I had a different take. What was it, about a month ago?
Yeah, you
I had
did.
a completely different
Yeah,
take.
you did.
And
you said
what'd
they
you
would
say?
not move into the
Oh,
top
yeah.
10 on defense either. They wouldn't be a
And they're
top
like the
10
best
defense,
defense.
and they
Number
have been the
Number
best
one.
defense in the NBA
No, yeah, you guys made me
since,
fucking eat my words. No, I agree.
or at least top 5.
The Lakers they would beat the Clippers.
I
maybe
don't,
not the
I don't know
Suns.
about that.
I don't know about the Clippers.
I don't
The
know about
Lakers
that.
would rather play the Grizzlies and the Kings than the Suns or the Clippers. I think.
I think
Yeah.
they'd rather play
100%.
any team in that conference before the
The
Clippers.
Pelicans are a
to be
wash.
honest.
Like the Pelicans are.
I think they'd rather play
anybody.
Denver before
Right.
that.
I'd rather play
Ingram has
Denver.
been
I don't know
hooping.
about the Suns
Okay,
don't
maybe
know.
the Sun, maybe Phoenix.
because
Maybe.
Well, the
KD's
Clippers
back.
might not even be healthy for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Paul George
True.
they said isn't
Oh.
going to be back until after the
Can
totally
round
we
forgot
one.
about
give
Paul
this
George.
man his flowers? Russell Westbrook has been really good as of late.
Yes.
Is that the
yes.
player you're impressed with?
No,
Oh.
but that would be. I mean, I'm not going to be put down. I'm impressed.
You
off
seem
what
to be
fucking-
impressed by Russell Westbrook.
I am.
I'm
though.
impressed too.
I am. I'm definitely.
He
impressed
wasn't
by
really one of my
Russ.
players, but
He-
yeah.
He caught a lot of shit for the first 4 games that they played with him, and they lost. But since then, he's been really good for
I
them.
expected him to work out there. I said it when he signed there. Like that's the one spot that he fits
Well, I f-
perfectly.
I feel like he was working out in OKC and Houston and Washington and LA too. with
No,
the
yeah.
Lakers.
I just meant like,
Like he was in
this-
the gym
now.
working out.
Wow. Wow.
But
Wow.
Ortiz says if I'm the Lakers, Nuggets first round, a dream matchup.
I don't know about that.
I mean,
think
you're still
there's-
going up against a 2-time MVP.
I'd rather the Kings.
the
I'd
dream
rather
matchup is
the
the Kings, I think.
Grizzlies.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the Kings are the dream matchup for them.
Yes.
But I think the Kings are tougher.
So where do they have to be to versus the Kings? They have to be 7,
6.
6.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3 seed.
Oh, Kings are down to the. Okay. I thought they got the 2nd seed for a little while.
They were there a
I
few
really,
days,
like-
2 weeks ago.
like I said this when we got into that whole thing. Do I think the Lakers have no shot of beating the Grizzlies? Absolutely not. Like I'm not oblivious to LeBron and Anthony Davis. I know they're great. I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers win that series, but I really think the Grizzlies do have the personnel for them.
I think they're a better matchup for them than the
Do
Kings.
they though?
I think they do, oh Sleazy. With Jaren there playing the way he's playing, and Dylan Brooks, you could say what you want to say about Dylan Brooks. He's at least gonna, try his hardest to make life difficult for LeBron. No one's stopping LeBron James. He's the greatest basketball player who's ever graced the planet Earth. Like I'm not oblivious to that. But if there's a list of guys I would want to guard LeBron James in a playoff series, Dylan Brooks is probably in that top 10 range. You know what I mean?
All right, but then you
He's
got
a great-
problems. Who's guarding D'Lo? Who's guarding Austin Reeves? Like you're not guarding these guys. They're just not possible.
I'm
So-
cool with Austin Reeves and D'Lo beating me if I'm and I'm not saying they're going to, but in
No,
this
they won't.
hypothetical, if they're containing LeBron and Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves could do whatever the fuck he wants.
Okay, but
Well, there is no
what's
containing them.
No,
containing
I
them?
know, I
Like,
know there's not, but
Yeah.
I'm saying they have personnel to match up with those guys, and you're saying, well, Austin Reeves, no one could guard him. So what I'm answering is,
you can't.
I'm cool if Austin Reeves is beating me.
Who guards Ja?
Jared
Probably-
Vanderbilt,
Yeah, probably Jared.
I don't think JV would
Mm.
get the
Austin
time.
Reeves.
I think it
Probably.
would.
Ja-
Probably.
If Austin Reeves has to guard John Morant, John might go for 6.
Well, that's what I said last time. But you guys, I got told John Morant isn't who I think he
but
is
the
because he
Lakers-
shoots 7
Yeah,
for
but the Lakers
free.
are so much more. Their defense, especially, is so much more than just that first guy guarding. Like, it's not like that. You have JV.
It's
You
not
have
a one-on-one.
Yeah, you have Anthony Davis. Like,
No,
and then
they-
their rotations are
They're
fucking
great,
beautiful.
but I just think the Grizzlies are also great. And like I said, my point was just I do think the Grizzlies have personnel to win that
No, I,
series.
I could see that. I
That's
just
fair.
And like
think it's
Osweezy just
6.
said, John Morant will torch them. Like, I don't care how great the Lakers are defensively as a team, John Morant will get his. And
Alright.
John Morant is shown to be a playoff riser in a short career. It hasn't been much of a sample size, but he has shown to elevate his game come playoff time. So
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
excited for
the
the
Western,
Lakers in
the Western
6.
Conference is wide,
Yeah.
Lakers in 6.
wide open. And
Lakers
KD
in
came
6.
back and
Came
shot
back 2
what,
days
5
ago,
for
yeah.
18.
yeah.
Yeah, he did. He had a
All
rough
right.
game, but
It's
they
all right.
still won.
And they still won.
And they still won
Yep.
because Devin Booker and Chris Paul are still really good at basketball.
They are.
They're gonna end up winning it,
So,
bro.
I don't think it's
I
as
hope
cut
they
and dry
don't.
as that. I really
I hope they don't too, but it's starting to
Bro.
look like it just a little bit.
it's so wild how seamlessly he just walked into the Suns and now he's like it just fits perfectly
He's Kevin
because
Durant.
he's Kevin
Yeah.
Durant.
Kevin Durant is one of the only players you could really plug into damn near any team and it works.
Yeah, one of the only superstars.
He's
in our
the
case,
best plug and play superstar of all
horny
time.
star.
Yeah,
Our horny
sure.
stars.
Yes.
He's one of our horny stars.
One of our horny stars.
No, I mean, and
So-
especially obviously KD is not going to be coming off no bench come playoff time. But watching that T Wolves game, just the rotations that Monty Williams was throwing out there. I mean, they're deep, bro. People were knocking their depth after the trade, but like they're fucking deep. They have guys, Josh
Yo,
Okogie,
Okogie's
TJ
been playing
Warren.
great basketball.
Speaking
by
of
the
that
way.
game, I know I don't mean to bring off topic. Nas Reed broke his hand, I think.
Yeah.
I'm so
He did.
devastated.
Yeah.
He did.
So
Oh,
devastated.
damn.
yeah.
So bro, because every time I watch those Timberwolves, I mean, and I have a bunch of tweets about it too. But Nas Reed, literally every time I watch the Timberwolves, looks like the best player on the team.
Facts.
And I guess that means I'm
Yeah.
not watching enough Timberwolves games. But every time I watch him, he looks like
No,
far and
he-
away the best player on the court.
He's definitely very underrated and
He's a really
He's gonna get a
good
bag,
basketball player. He
a
will
fat,
get money.
Yeah.
juicy
definitely
bag.
somewhere.
He's gonna leave. Yeah.
He will
Yes.
definitely
to.
get
He's the
money.
third best
somewhere.
big man on that team, and he could be the best big man on the.
I mean, like, bro, he
He's arguably the second best.
could handle, he could shoot
Yeah,
the
that's
rock, he
crazy.
could
he's
defend.
not better than Rudy still.
He does more than what Rudy can do.
I know. It's just
Offensively.
so hard to say.
You
Nas
know,
is
it's
better than
tough.
Rudy.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't.
Yeah,
I take him as a
yeah.
backup big on the Celtics, honestly.
Yeah.
I
Give
think
Al
he's,
Horford-
gonna
I
get
think he's the
beat.
perfect sixth man backup big.
I think he's
That's
gonna
literally
get
perfect
paid to
for him.
be a starter though,
That. Yeah, but
and he's earned it.
he has,
know.
but I
Depends
just
on the
don't
team.
see him in a starter role.
I don't
Depends what team it
know.
is.
Yeah, I
It really
think
depends on
his
the team.
defense
Like,
is a little bit underrated too.
Say like the Suns decide they want to move on from Ayton, they could bring Nas Reed in. He'd fit there.
I just, I don't know. I think the Suns just need like a JaVale McGee.
You guys think Nas Reed's better than DeAndre Ayton?
No.
No.
It's not that I think.
Nah.
I don't.
But I mean, bro, Nas Reed has not peaked, and like we said, he's gonna get a larger role wherever he decides to end up. So we definitely have not seen the best of Nas Reed. I mean, he's long, bro. Like pause, but like he's fucking. He
Pause,
has
but, like, play, yeah.
long arms, dude. Like he could. I think with an increased role, we're gonna see he could be a plus defender, and like I said, he could space the floor. He can handle the ball. He could play inside in the post area. There's not many dudes like him in the league,
No,
honestly.
there really isn't. He is also what 6'9", a little undersized, 6'9".
He
Maybe
looks a lot taller when
I was
he's
gonna say maybe he's listed at 6'9", but like he plays
Like
definitely
yeah,
bigger than
way
6'9",
taller.
and definitely looks bigger than 6'9". But
Yeah, for sure.
shout out Nas Reed. Round of applause.
I don't even think he's one of our players that we're impressed. Is he a?
No.
is he- no. Okay.
yeah, he didn't make my list, unfortunately.
So we were talking about the Wizards before. I actually do have a player from the Wizards. in a bounce back season, I got Kristaps. I feel like he's impressed a lot this season. The past few seasons, he's kind of been on a downward track. Hasn't been playing good, and arguably this season, he's kind of had his best season. He's averaging the most points of his career. He's shooting 39% from 3, 50 from the field, and it sucks because Bradley Beal is kind of having a down year. So I expected the Wizards to be a bit better. Part of it, I guess, is because they have more options on their team now, so Beal doesn't have to do as much.
I gotta ask this: is
but-
Bradley Beal really having a down season? Because he's
So what he was
having one of the
doing-
most efficient seasons of his entire career.
So what he
So-
was doing, yeah, because he was the only option there. So
But now he doesn't need to
Now he doesn't
score
have to.
30.
So I'll just throw this out there. Bradley Beal is a player I'm disappointed with. And the counting stats do look good. Like you said, the efficiency is up from where it's been. I just feel like the impact on winning isn't what I'd like it. Especially, it sucks that we have to do this as fans and analysts, if you want to call us that, but we have to attach a player's money to the player.
Yeah.
So for the money he's making, the impact just isn't what I would like it to be. You know,
Facts.
if the shots aren't falling for Bradley Beal, what is he doing?
it sucks
Yeah.
because I had like a good feeling about this team. Like they added Kyle Kuzma, Denny's only getting better. So I thought they could have been a playoff team, honestly. And where are they right now? Are they in the plan? I don't think so, right?
They're 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not a very
So,
good basketball team.
No.
Yeah. Shout out
hoping they'd-
Kristaps,
they're-
though.
They're the 11th seed. 2 games behind, but they're probably not going to make it.
Wait,
They'd have to kick the Bulls out. But
Bradley Beal is under police investigation.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. I seen a tweet on that. I forgot.
Did not see that till just now.
Yeah.
Due to an incident that occurred after a loss in Orlando last Tuesday.
Yeah.
What?
He lost someone there, bet.
Mhm.
So we're just doing impress right now, right?
Well, I just threw out my
'Cause-
whatever you feel like. It don't really
Okay.
matter. No
It went
structure.
with the flow. Go with the
Yeah,
impress.
go- just
Go with
go
the
with the
impress.
flow.
I'm gonna talk about the Knicks backcourt. Has just been really impressed. I mean, obviously the whole team has
Yeah.
been, but
I had them on my list.
in
I didn't mention
particularly
it,
the
though.
backcourt in Jalen Brunson, Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, Josh Hart. After the All-Star break, after they got Josh Hart, everybody's firing on all cylinders. Emmanuel Quickly obviously recently has been amazing, dropping 40 points the other night.
6th man of the year.
Quentin Grimes, bro, from 3-point range in the corners off the catch and shoot has been amazing. He's shooting like 51%.
He's our
Can I
best
throw
shooter.
catch and
something in
shoot.
there?
What's up?
I don't know which corner it is, but I know I've seen this on Twitter a few times.
70%.
There's
bro.
one
think
corner
it's gotta be
where
the
he
left.
shoots lights
It's the
out,
left corner.
and then the other corner he can't buy a
It
shot.
doesn't
though.
make
the
any
left
Can't
side.
buy a shot.
It doesn't make any
He shoots
sense.
70% from one corner and like 37.
Yeah.
But still, he's been amazing. Josh Hart has shot 57% from 3 with the New
Amazing.
York Knicks.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
His hustle, bro. You watch the Knicks and he's always diving all over. the
I'm gonna
floor,
be honest.
grabbing
he-
every rebound.
bro, he's one of the best role players in the NBA.
He is
He's
the
so
best role
malleable,
player.
They're
bro.
fun to
He's
watch.
the
They,
best.
they
He
make
really might
defense
be
and
the
hustle
best.
fun to
He is
watch.
the best.
No, he really might be. Like in
He
terms
really
of
might be
just
the best.
because he could do anything you ask of him on a basketball court. Really.
Yeah.
100%.
Like whatever you ask him.
Man
to
could
be-
go out there and get 10 offensive boards a night if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Bro, he goes and makes tough layups sometimes.
He's a
like,
good passer.
clutch. Yeah.
He's a good passer.
He's
I mean,
amazing.
He's
a
really
great-
one of the
perfect
best
role player.
rebounding guards in the league.
He's the
Yes.
best. Yes. Easily. I think we're going to be okay for this final stretch in the season without Julius. Like
I think so
he's
too.
hurt.
I
we'll
think
be
so
okay.
too.
I just really hope he's okay for playoffs because if he's not, then
Bro, fuck it. Start Josh Hart at power forward.
I think we will.
That's crazy.
They
I'm
have
so
lineups where he
serious.
plays
I think we
power forward.
will.
I'm so serious.
I don't think Obi's going to start. I think we're going
crazy.
to start Josh Hart.
Start
Honestly,
Josh Hart.
I feel like it makes more sense. Yeah.
JB, Quentin Grimes, RJ, and then
RJ,
Josh Hart.
Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen.
I didn't mention the best player from Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's been absolutely amazing.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
He's
bro.
been
I love him.
the best free agent acquisition all
off season.
off season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's averaging 24 of crazy efficiency. He's obviously contributing to the team going from the 11th seed to the 4th in 1 year or 5th in 1 year. You know, it's a pretty impressive
It's
leap.
crazy what a point guard can do for your team.
And you can
Yep.
tell when he's out, Julius Randle's not the same player
Not
either.
Close.
So, you know, the impact goes deeper than just the numbers he puts up. He is making that team so much better. He's making them what they are right now.
Let's
So,
see if Jalen Brunson is the same player with no Julius
see.
Randle.
Yeah, I hope he.
Watch comes out, drops a fucking 50 piece tonight.
I mean, you guys need guys like Emmanuel Quickly to carry the rest of the load. I guess Obi Toppin to step up. Who else?
Obi's the most important part, I think, in my opinion, because the other guys are
I
going to do
think
their thing.
RJ is the most important part right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna need
RJ and
RJ.
Obi have to step up.
Obi. I'm not counting on Obi topping.
No,
to
I'm
step
not
up, though.
counting on
I'm
him to.
counting on Obi to stand in the
Okay.
corner and catch lobs like he did all season long.
So Julius Randle's
not gonna do
stats
anything else.
without Jalen Brunson this season, his counting stats look fucking insane, by the way. He's
Randle?
averaging 27.3, 9.7, and 4.5 without Jalen Brunson this season. But
Holy shit!
here's the issue. He shoots 42% from the field and 33% from the three-point line.
I was about to
And
say it's
most
the
of his
efficiency.
shots are typically the mid-range jumpers.
Yes.
So
It's how he plays. It's not the stats he gets.
yes.
You know?
No, it's his shot chart.
Yeah.
More than anything else without Jalen Brunson, because Brunson gets him easier looks.
He's a different player.
Brunson just gets him easier looks. I mean,
It's just so infuriating watching Julius Randle play without Brunson too.
yes.
Just giving him the ball with 20 seconds left, and he's not putting up a shot until 4 seconds left, and it's a contested mid range.
Remember his
Doesn't
game
make
winner
sense.
against the Heat?
That was
That was
greatness.
crazy.
That was amazing.
That was
I'm sorry, he
crazy.
shouldn't have made that shot.
Nah, I don't
That
care.
was so
Should've
dumb.
did
He
it.
had
That was
no- He had
amazing.
no
That was
right making
terrible,
that
man.
shot, not at all. But it is nice to have a winning Knicks team and a
Mhm.
team that like I feel like can shock a couple people in the playoffs.
We can. We
in the
can.
right
We can win a
situation.
first round matchup
Yeah,
for sure.
I
you
would
know?
pick the Cavs right now.
If I was betting, I'd probably pick
Personally,
the Cavs, but my heart
I ain't
says the
betting them.
Knicks.
but
I'm not betting on that
I'm
series.
not betting on
obviously.
that series at all.
Yeah.
I'm not touching it.
We're watching as a fan.
We are, yeah, for sure.
I might
We
bet
are
a
one
little
piece
bit.
away though.
So if
but-
the first round is in Boston, are we going?
It's not going to be in Boston.
Why wouldn't
What
it?
do you mean?
We're going
The
to
first round is going to be against the Cavs.
It's going to be against the Cavs.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Most
Yeah.
likely.
we're not moving.
We're not
away.
going to Cleveland.
No.
Damn.
Why wouldn't we just go to a game at MSG?
Yo,
Both.
if we end up playing the
I'm not going
Celtics
to Cle-
somehow,
why?
we're going to CO Sleazy.
Cleveland's cool.
I would not go to Cleveland.
Going.
to see one of
We're
the
going.
games.
We out. As a
going.
group. Knicks Celtics
not?
if that happens.
I'd rather go to all 3 MSG games.
You could do both.
No.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to go to Cleveland. I'm
Damn.
gonna be honest. I don't want to go to Cleveland. I want the Knicks atmosphere.
Exactly, bro. That atmosphere is amazing.
I want the
You
MSG
could
atmosphere.
literally do
bro.
both.
But I don't want to do both. I don't want to travel to Cleveland. Who
Yo,
wants to go to
no.
Cleveland? Sorry, Cleveland.
I want to go to Cleveland.
I don't.
I mean,
I'd,
Yeah,
I'd
you
rather go to a spot in the city and watch the game with a bunch of Knicks fans.
I would do the same thing. I'd go to a bar in the city. And
I'm not
Yes.
saying you can't do that.
No, I know, but that's for the Cavs games.
Yeah,
I'd rather that than go to Cleveland.
I guess.
exactly.
I don't know. I
Sorry,
disagree.
Dean. Sorry, I shot down your hopes and dreams of going to Cleveland.
It wasn't really my
buddy.
dreams, but thanks. Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So, anyways, we'll move on from that. Obviously, we were just talking about the Knicks, so we'll go across the bridge, and we'll talk about a guy that really impressed me so far this season, and that guy is Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges has, ever since being traded to the Brooklyn Nets, has looked like a completely different player than he was in Phoenix. And this is not exactly what you were talking about before, Dean, but you mentioned before how in certain situations, different players will be getting different roles and be given different opportunities. And if we're talking about anyone getting a different opportunity from a change of scenery, it's Mikal Bridges. He now shoots the ball 5 more times per game. And not only is he shooting the ball more, and usually that coincides with your efficiency dropping, his efficiency has gone up exponentially. He's shooting 49.5% from the field as a Brooklyn Net, 42.3% from 3 as a Brooklyn Net, and 91% from the free throw line, averaging 27, 4.5, and 3 for the Nets. So Mikal Bridges has proven himself to now be a player that the Nets can look to and build around. And I don't know, can he be a second or third best player on a championship team? I think it's clear now. It was already a possibility that he could be the third best player on a championship team for the Suns. And now it's, can he be the second best player on a championship team? So the Nets have a building block here. Very impressed with what he's been able to do. And I was impressed prior to this when he was on the Suns too. He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA too. There's barely a hole in Mikal Bridges' game now. And that's what has impressed me the absolute most. So
Yeah, I like him a lot. I hope that
good analysis, Tricali.
I was saying what to say. I hope that he comes and plays with Josh Hart and
Bro,
Jalen Brunson one
get
day.
the Villanova
I really,
trio to back
really
together,
hope it. It's not
please.
gonna happen, but it'd be really cool.
Give me the Nova trio on the Knicks, bro, please.
Yeah.
Would you give up RJ to do that?
Yes.
In a heartbeat.
Mm.
Bro, you want RJ to be this. This is what you hope
Yeah,
for RJ to
honestly.
become.
I want it to be RJ.
Oh my god.
Mikhail's a better fit than RJ. Probably.
Absolutely. Not even a question.
It's supposed to be him.
It's not him. It's not.
That has to be.
So
It's not.
so
He sounds so sad saying it.
so does a 3 of Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, and Julius Randle get you in championship contention?
No. So
Nah,
that's why I
still need another
wouldn't.
piece.
That's why I wouldn't trade for Bridges personally, and I would.
So what bet are you
Trade-
getting by
I would-
trading RJ Barrett?
We have arguably the
I guess we have the best
best like at the what's the word? I don't even know the word.
best assets,
Assets?
tradable assets.
Tradable assets in the league. I think we're up there in the top 5. I'd say
I don't
to
think
trade
so
for a
anymore.
superstar.
I mean,
top
the Thun-
5?
The Thunder.
Trading Emmanuel quickly
Quickly,
Is
Grimes,
passing-
RJ, first round
no,
picks.
because
I also
Quickly's
don't
got to
wanna-
get paid.
I
Now.
also don't want to trade it.
Bro.
It's not the
Quickly anymore.
same.
We're gonna
If
pay
Quickly was
Quickly.
on his rookie deal and had a couple more seasons left of it. You're cool. You definitely look at him as a massive tradable asset. But now people aren't going to be as willing to trade for him because
He's still
I
a
don't think
very
that's
of course he
tradable
is.
asset.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but he has less value given the fact
I don't think it's that
that
much.
he is going to get paid.
I don't think it's.
I don't.
But
think his
it
play
cancels,
has-
it
yeah.
cancels out with his play
Yeah.
I
because
guess.
he's worth the money that he would have to get.
Yeah.
It's like a
Obi
what are
Toppin
these,
has no value.
scales?
Yeah.
No disrespect to Obi, but he has no value.
I wouldn't say it's no value, but it's pretty low.
What are
What does Obi
Movies.
Toppin have? You fucking idiot. What value does Obi Toppin? What value does Obi Toppin have?
It's pretty low.
fucking
but
done, bro?
That's, but
Jesus.
I'm just
dude.
joking. Obi, it's fine.
Nothing.
Teams
Quentin
like-
Grimes has a lot of value,
I know,
but I don't want to trade Quentin Grimes.
bro.
It's not
I
about what
mean-
you want. All Trunks was saying was that the Knicks have a very good package if they decide to trade for a superstar.
Bro,
If you're trading for a
if
superstar, you're
Joel
okay with letting
Embiid-
go of Quentin Grimes.
If Joel Embiid or Luca ask out of their situations, we have arguably the best package. to
No,
throw at
it's
those
not
teams.
don't say arguably the best, but say one of the
Okay,
best because
one
it's
of the
not
best.
arguably
It's
the
not
best.
even arguably the best.
But
the
it's
Thunder
one-
could fucking blow
yeah,
anyone out the
but
water
it's
right now.
but it's
True.
one of the best
the
for
Thunder
one of
sure.
the
could throw
best.
10 picks and be fine.
And,
with it.
and fucking Josh Giddey, 10 picks, and they're like, oh, okay, cool.
That's true.
And then you pair Shea up with another guy,
If you
and
have
now
10
you're a
picks, you don't even need to
contender.
throw Josh Giddey in there. You have 10 picks.
Well,
If it's for Luca, I would.
Or
I
Chet.
would.
Or Chet. You
Yeah.
can throw in either of them.
I'd throw all of it.
Bro,
Luka.
they could. If I was the Thunder, I would absolutely do that.
Yes.
pair Chet and Luca.
Whatever they ask for, I would give it to
pair
them.
Shea
Yes.
and Luca.
Shea, Chet. I forgot about Shea. Shea, Chet,
Pair-
and Luca.
Pair Shea and Luca together. Oh my fucking god!
Shea and Luka together would be insane.
That'd be the highest scoring duo in the NBA, and it wouldn't even be remotely close.
Supposed to be Kyrie. And
It
Luka.
was supposed to be Kyrie and Luca, but I don't want to jump around, Blake.
It's a good segue.
Nah, you might as well.
If we're
I
gonna,
mean,
if we're
let
gonna
it-
do that,
Can we let Osweezy go?
Oh yeah.
Isn't
Y'all
good.
kind of said all my players. I had Kristaps, Mikal Bridges. I had the Knicks backcourt surprisingly because I
Wow.
hate the Knicks praise, but
Wow.
that hurts so sleazy.
I hate the Knicks. But we'll get to that. One player I did have was De'Aaron Fox.
Yes,
I've always been high on De'Aaron Fox. When the De'Aaron Fox and John Moran comparison started, I kind of always leaned more to the De'Aaron Fox side. And he brought the Kings to the playoffs for the first time since 2006. I think I want to say I can't give De'Aaron Fox all the credit for that, but he definitely gets 65% of it.
yes.
Because without De'Aaron Fox, that team is probably another bottom tier team again. But he's averaging 25, 4, and 6 on 51% from the field.
That's crazy.
He's not the best 3-point shooter, but he does have games where he goes 42 to 45%. If
He's
he could, I don't think he has to. He doesn't necessarily have to fix that because he's still going to be De'Aaron Fox.
He's arguably the best finishing guard at the rim too.
And Argue-
Unbelievable.
And he's
At
gonna
the
win
rim.
the
yeah,
clutch
unbelievable.
award.
Yeah,
The-
he's
oh, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
a clutch player of the year.
Yes, 100%. He leads the league in clutch points.
And it's not close.
Yeah, exactly. And that I feel like that was a team that we just universally were going to use as a team that we're
Yeah.
impressed with. The Kings, obviously. But But since we're talking about the Kings, my other impressive player is he's an all-star as well, but it's Sabonis, because Sabonis has been everything that the Kings could have asked for and then some. When he needs to score, he'll score. When he needs to facilitate the offense, he could give you 11, 12 assists. And he's, by the way, one of the best rebounders in the NBA. He's actually leading the league in rebounds per game at the current moment. And not only that, by the way, pre-Sabonis, the Kings were one of the worst rebounding teams in the league, and now they're one of the best at securing defensive rebounds. Sabonis has completely changed life for this team, giving the offense a whole nother dimension, especially with all the shooting around them, around Fox and Sabonis. The offense is built perfectly around those two guys, especially as a pick-and-roll pairing. They're borderline unstoppable. But yeah, I got to give Sabonis his flowers. He's turned into one of the 5 best big men in the NBA, honestly.
I mean, I had him as one of my impressed too. He and Fox changed the culture there completely from a team that hasn't made the playoffs since 2006?
2006.
Now
to lighting the
Is
beam.
it 06? Or is it
06, yeah.
Okay.
To lighting the beam almost every night. You know what I mean? Like,
Like
so,
the
you know,
beam.
them two alone have been super, super impressive. They've been amazing.
Nice.
Shout out Kevin
Especially
Herter.
in the fourth quarter too. They've been great.
Yes.
They
Shout
can-
out Kevin Herter for
Great at
like
closing out games.
loving the beam the way he did. Like he's the fan favorite there now.
Bro, I'm so excited to watch those playoff games, the
Yo.
home ones. The crowd is so like
Starved.
their fans.
They're
are awesome.
starved, bro.
Oh my
They
God.
need this. They
Bro,
needed
I
this.
love it.
It's
love the
gonna be
Kings.
awesome. I do too. I'm wishing them all the best. I'd love to see them win the finals, bro. If it somehow happens, I'd be the happiest human being on the planet. I don't even
True.
care. Knicks Kings finals.
I would be so happy.
Give me that. We're-
Because
Kings
bro,
finals, I
Knicks
wish.
and Kings, they're like the same situation.
our
basically,
fan
for the
bases
past decade.
feel each other.
Yes.
Our fan bases feel
yes.
each other.
More than
So-
any other
Definitely
two fan
love feeling
bases.
Kings.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Why
agreed.
do you put it like that, dude?
I don't know.
Why you gotta do all that?
I want to.
But yeah, all right. So who else we got? What other players do we have?
All mine were
Depressed.
said. Oh well.
We could go to depressed
We go
now.
depressed.
Well,
Well, does everyone?
one
Chris, you're on
more
the front
guy I'm
row, right?
impressed with is Jaden Ivey. Love Jaden Ivey. That's my boy, my Pistons. Jaden Ivey over his last 15 games has averaged 18 points per game, 7 assists, and he's shooting like 38% from 3. He's been incredible, and they've given him more ball handling responsibilities, and it's honestly been everything you could ask for a guy. I mean, the Pistons aren't great. The Pistons suck, let's be real, but he's shown so many flashes. The jump shot looks better as the season's gone on, and he looks like he could be the secondary ball handler to a guy like Cade Cunningham. I mean, he's just been incredible, man. And as the season's gone on too, he's understanding more, he's learning more. And, you know, he's still in his first year, so it's going to take time. But a player that quick and fast like that, it's going to take time to develop, when to change gears and stuff like that. And as the season's gone on, he's definitely been developing that. The more, when should I be going 100%? When should I slow it down? Type of thing. So shout out Jaden Ivey. If he's hitting threes at a 38% clip, the league's in trouble.
So I gotta ask, what do you think the fit's gonna be like next year between him and Cade?
I think it's going to be seamless.
Okay.
I think he's the perfect second. He's obviously not. I think everyone would agree he's not a primary creator, but from what he's shown so far in his rookie year, he looks like the perfect secondary type of guy. So, and like I said, if he's shooting 38% from 3,
It's wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. Oh, Sleazy, you got a player that you're disappointed with?
This pains me to say, but I only have one, and it's Kyrie Irving.
Okay. Interesting.
Now, I'm not disappointed with him in terms of his play, because we all know Kyrie Irving is a box office star. I wouldn't necessarily call him a superstar. I would, in y'all's term, I wouldn't call him a horny star.
He's not, but he's a superstar.
But Kyrie and Luka have 30% winning odds together, the worst since 1976. And their last 11, they're 3-8. And him and Luka are 4-9 as a duo. Now, I'm not gonna put the damn jersey down. I'm not gonna put all the blame on Kyrie, because it's really, if we're being honest, it really is just him and Luka trying to win games by themselves.
Yeah.
But it's like I kind of called it. Like, it's kind of wherever Kyrie goes, it's like he's stinking up the place.
You got bad blood with that man.
I have a lot of bad blood with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, as a Boston Celtics fan, you got a lot.
I have a lot of bad blood with him. But it's nothing against how he plays when he's on the court, because, like I said, he is box office. But it's kind of like it's starting to get old. Like, why is it everywhere Kyrie Irving goes, it's either he's problematic off the court or they're just not winning, period.
Yeah.
No, I agree. It's becoming a trend.
I was about to say that could segue you into something right there too.
What's that?
One of your disappointments.
Oh, okay. So I was very disappointed. I think everyone was with the Nets big three and KD, Kyrie, and Benjamin Simmons, if you could even call that a big three. Obviously, they had some internal problems that weren't seen in the beginning of the season. They were winning basketball games. They were one of the best teams in the league, but internally they were falling apart. Kevin Durant wanted out. Well, first Kyrie wanted out. Then Kevin Durant's like, fuck this. I'm not playing without Kyrie. So he obviously got traded to Phoenix. Ben Simmons doesn't play basketball anymore. His back's fucked up. You know, even before that, he was sitting out games for kind of like no reason. He wasn't confident when he was playing. He wasn't even dropping 10. When he dropped 10, it was a big news story. ESPN posted every time Ben Simmons dropped 10 points.
It's so
fucking crazy.
What's gonna happen?
It was sad. I don't know.
Like,
I think he might be out
outlasted
of the
him.
league 2 years, bro. Honestly.
Markelle Fultz outlasted Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons was an all-star, was he not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Markelle
Yeah.
Fultz wasn't an all-star.
He was an all NBA player.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons was.
Markelle Fultz never had a peak. Ben Simmons had a peak.
I'm just
it's
saying
not
he's
really-
playing basketball
Yeah.
and Ben Simmons isn't.
Yeah, no,
I-
you're right.
I mean, like,
guess.
I'll never forget like Ben Simmons and Jared Dudley. That rivalry. Like,
Crazy
I'm
rivalry.
bro, like Dudley just pissed Ben Simmons off, and
That was
then we saw the
greatness.
best version of Ben Simmons for a game.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we saw the best version of what he's capable of
Mhm.
and saw him dominate the Nets. And, bro, it sucks because, like, he is one of the most unique players in the NBA. And when he's fully healthy, it's like, obviously, he never developed the jump shot, but what he was good enough and would have been amazing in certain situations. If we got the healthy version of Ben Simmons on that Nets team, bro, there's no telling what they could have done.
Well, I feel
Agreed.
like we got cheated out of a sick Nets run. I feel like they were about to make some noise in the playoffs. They really were set and ready. Their roster was shaping up. They had Seth Curry.
Royce O'Neal, Nick
Royce O'Neal,
Claxton was in Defensive Player of the Year
Nick
talks.
Claxton was great.
I
and,
mean,
you know, I feel like they recovered okay with the trades they made. They got back Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas was good for
Bunch
a
of
couple
picks.
games,
yeah.
bunch of picks. But I mean, what could have been, man, with that Nets big three? This was the year. This was the time, and they really just internally fell apart.
I don't mind it though. I actually kind of like it being a Knicks fan, but
No, being a Knicks fan, yeah, but
It's
as
amazing.
a basketball fan,
but yeah, as
who
basketball
wouldn't want to
fan,
see KD, Kyrie tear it up in the playoffs?
Bro, we were looking at
Yeah.
4 teams in the East and saying they're all title contenders.
it would have
and
been
it's
the
gonna
best
be a
Eastern Conference
bloodbath.
playoffs ever.
Like, it would have been a bloodbath between those 4 teams. That would have been amazing to watch. But
We probably would have swept them again, but
yo, it's gonna be a fun Eastern Conference playoffs either way.
oh yeah,
It's gonna be a super fun
excited.
Eastern Conference playoffs. The Cavaliers could shock some people. I think they're gonna be better than expected in the playoffs as well. So
Don't
Not
say
if they
that.
versus the
Don't
Knicks.
say that.
Well, yeah,
I hate to say it, but it's a fact.
No.
But yeah. So
they're not even going to see the second round.
Exactly.
speaking of an Eastern Conference player, and this is on the other side of the spectrum that has kind of disappointed me, and Chris is not gonna like this one. I already know it. It's Trae Young.
Wow.
Trae Young has been phenomenal counting stats wise this season. I knew it. I knew he
Wow.
wasn't gonna like it. I knew he wasn't gonna like it. He's been phenomenal counting stats wise, and it's another guy where, like, how you were talking about Kyrie Irving before. Trae Young has had his beefs this season, obviously with past coach Nate McMillan and stuff like that. I feel as though he's become more than he is, and he thinks he's more than he is, and it's kind of just it sucks because the Hawks should have been better this season, in my opinion. They should have been better. I
Could've.
looked at the Hawks as a potential like top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference, and I know a lot of you guys thought they were going to be even better than that.
Yeah, I have them as one of my disappointing teams. I don't have any of the players on the team as disappointing. but
I
have
think
them
they're a
as
disappointing team in general for sure. But I'm disappointed in Trae Young this year. I need to see
what
more,
else is he supposed to do?
more leadership qualities.
Like
That's
what?
I need
Like
to see.
what though?
Bring
What do
this
you mean
fucking
beefs
team
with the
together.
coach too? What
I
are
mean,
the
him
beefs?
and Nate McMillan had beef. That was no
There was
secret.
beef because
Yeah.
the coach should have been gone a year and a half
I
ago
agree.
and they didn't let go of
I
him.
would
So
like
what's
to
the
see
beef?
I
what
agree
is
with that.
this going to look like with Quinn Snyder after
It's
a
looked
full
better,
offseason, after
and
a
it's
full
looked
offseason,
better.
after a
Mhm.
full
And if we're gonna be disappointed with anyone on the Hawks, let's keep it a buck. Let's be disappointed with John Collins. He fucking sucks.
yeah,
He fucking sucks.
yeah, he should have been traded by now. if we're
I mean,
being
what the
completely
Could've
fuck?
been traded 3 seasons
You're right.
ago.
I don't like this one because what the fuck else is Trae Young supposed to do?
average 35 and 50.
Right, that's unrealistic.
No,
and
I
we're gonna
know.
say he's a bad defender. We know Trae Young's a bad defender.
gotten better.
He's actually got
That's why.
better on that
That's
side
why
of
they
the
got
ball.
DeJounte Murray. That's the
Right.
reason.
Right, and he's been better as the season's gone on. So what is there to be disappointed? All season, he's only improved as a season. And I said this
No,
from
he
the
has.
off the ripski when he was struggling. I said he's just gonna get, but that's how Trae Young seasons go. He normally starts out slow, but he's gotten better progressively every month as the season's gone on.
I think.
What is there to be disappointed with him?
I think that if the team is disappointing and they're not where we all
I
think
look
they
at the
should be,
superstar.
he's the best player, so he bears
Like-
the most responsibility.
But that's why we're doing disappointed players, disappointed teams.
But
I
of
feel like this
course,
is a team
I'm
situation.
not gonna have a million disappointing teams because I could have, but I'm not going to. So
So you're just gonna throw a guy on your disappointing players list for no?
I-
There's no reason,
not
Matt.
fair.
There's
Team.
no
It's the
reason.
team.
it is the fact that their team has lacked team success.
I think it's easy to point your finger at Trae
It
Young.
definitely is. It definitely is, especially because earlier in the season he did start the season kind of poorly. But obviously he's turned that around tenfold. But still, I don't know.
Respect Trae Young.
I still think he's a superstar in the NBA, but
I'm not saying he deserves no blame because obviously if the team's not as good as they should be, like you said, blame definitely goes on the superstar. But it's just like it's not enough to have him on this list of
Yeah, no.
disappointing players.
John Collins definitely deserves to be on here
So is he on
as
your list?
well, for sure. He's not.
That kind of
So I
logic
just put
isn't
him.
always
Because like
fair either,
I'm
though.
not looking at John Collins to be that
But if John
doesn't have to be.
Collins was
Guy.
performing like John Collins that we
should
know
be.
he
Yeah,
could perform,
He's 18.
the
and-
Hawks are, like you said, a top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference.
It doesn't have to be a superstar
know?
on your disappointed team.
No, I know.
list.
It's
Because
just
it's like if Trae Young improves, like you're saying, like you said, he'd have to be averaging fucking 35 and 15, and
Yeah.
that's just not going to happen. But can John Collins averaging an efficient fucking 18 and 8? Yeah.
he
I don't know
should.
what he's averaging right now. It's probably close to that, but
Do we think he gets traded in the offseason?
Bro, he
I don't
has to.
fucking know.
He has to, bro.
Yeah,
At
he's
this point, I don't know.
It has
they're
to
holding him
run its
hostage.
course.
They really are.
the
It's
team
ran its
looks
course.
better with some combination of Hunter, Griffin, and Sadiq Bey out there. They just don't
No,
look good.
he's
When
not even
John
averaging
Collins did
anything.
have that great first quarter against the Warriors last week, though. I will give him that. Shout out John Collins
He's not
for that.
averaging
but-
anything close to what you just said. By the way.
Right.
He's averaging 13 and 6.6
And
on
what's he-
51% shooting.
And what's he shooting from 3?
28.
Yeah.
Jesus,
It's just not good enough.
Which is so odd because his career percentage is 35. And it's not like his attempts went up. He shot 3.3 attempts from 3 over the last 3 seasons, 3.6 the year before that. 3 years preceding this one, 40%, 39.9, and 36.4 from 3.
It's just not good enough.
Yeah.
So he's just not shooting outside.
And,
the
like,
games. He
you
just
know,
pulls up to the court
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, and I don't want to
Yeah.
put the blame just on one player, but for the sake of what we're doing here, if we have to pick out one player from the Hawks to be disappointed with, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
But I think when the Hawks got DeJounte, I think there were a lot higher expectations
There
for the
were.
Hawks.
Yeah.
So I think since they're not living up to that, it sucks to say, but people are gonna look at the superstar anyway and be
Yes.
like, why aren't you doing X, Y, and Z to help your team win? But it's really not all Trae Young's fault. So you can't.
I feel like that's just a lazy analysis. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it is, but that's just how the basketball world is.
No, I know. For
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely got guilty of that one.
Shout out Trae Young, bro. I'm gonna meet him tonight. I'm gonna get his attention.
Where are you sitting?
Close. I
Yeah?
got not like close, but like
That's
in like the
tickets aren't
first, like the section is called section 1.
Yes.
So like, but like not like a 4 seed, but like right there in like the 5th row of section 1, right behind the basket. I think I'm like near the tunnel. So
That's cool.
You could always just walk over before.
172 for 2 tickets, bro,
Really?
on
That's
game time.
crazy.
I would have went.
Crazy.
Who are they playing?
The Hawks and Nets.
Oh yeah, you got great.
Bro,
Great.
$172 for 2 tickets in
That's
that
actually a solid
section.
game.
That's the price for 1 ticket in the fucking 300s at MSG.
Yeah.
By
Not
the
even. That's like 200.
Yeah.
That shit,
By the
yeah.
way, this has to be the coolest fucking nickname in NBA history. His nickname is John the Baptist.
John
Like,
Collins.
that's fucking cool.
That is a cool
That's
nickname,
a
yeah.
fire ass
Nah,
nickname.
Trae Young.
I didn't understand that either. At first. I was like, what?
You're dumb.
I was
You're
like, no, John Collins.
The last player I'm impressed with, I'll just throw it out there. We spoke about him already a good amount. Josh Okogie.
Yeah.
He's just been incredible, especially in that Sun system. He's, for what they need from that 5th guy, he's literally perfect, bro.
Mm-hmm.
His finishing has been really good. The 3-point shot, it is what it is. I don't think anyone's really looking at Josh Okogie to be an elite 3-point shooter, but the perimeter defense, holy smokes.
Bro, he looks like the best defender. Honestly, by the eye test, I feel like when I watch the Suns, he looks like the best perimeter defender in the NBA. Like the things that
I
like,
agree.
Yeah,
could
he's
guard-
up there.
bro, it's
Just
insane.
from the games I've watched with my eye test, without stats and knowing what I
Yes,
know about
that's what I'm
everything
saying.
around the league, Josh Okogie would be first team all
Yes,
defense for me.
yes.
Just from the games I watch, every time I watch, he's incredible. So
the plays that he makes too, he like straight up bullies people
Mm-hmm.
into like giving up the ball.
It was him that blocked Jalen Green on a
Yeah.
step back.
Yes, bro.
That one play
Bro, he
alone.
snatched
That
him.
one play alone should put him on first team all defense, bro.
and it
That's,
kind of
that's
seemed
a
like
top 5 play in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And it kind of seemed like Josh Okogie towards the end of the Minnesota stint was kind of on the downward
Yes.
trend a little bit, but to
Mhm.
see him bring it back up and prove his value, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a very good basketball player for what they need, I should say.
Chris
Yeah.
Paul's also been better on that team than he was the first half of the season.
Oh yeah.
He's been so much better.
Chris Paul's
Mhm.
back.
Yeah.
Chris Paul's back. Like
Everybody's saying Chris Paul's washed and done. Well, he's still
Yeah, he
old,
was.
but
yeah.
He's still washed.
he's not
still
what he
washed.
was.
He's
I
just
wouldn't
not
say
playing his
He's
best.
just playing
I wouldn't say
better.
he's washed.
He's shooting the shit out of the ball and catch and shoot threes. So
he is,
that's
yeah.
that's great.
Yes,
And
he
it's
is.
play, the playmaking's always going to be there. The peskiness defensively, that stuff's not going to go away. It's really just about making shots for him. But
Right.
with a guy like KD, they don't really need him to make that many shots.
Mhm.
So
That's true.
really, in my opinion, why Chris Paul has turned it up as of late is having Devin Booker back, and the way Devin Booker has been incredible this season, bro. I feel like I was never the biggest Devin Booker guy. I might have even been a Devin Booker hater in my past, but bro, what he's doing, he's underrated.
He is.
No one's talking about him, and he's been incredible, bro.
Bro, he's arguably a top 11, 12
He's right there.
player in the NBA
He's
right
right
now.
there.
Like,
Yeah.
Devin Booker deserves
Over his
all
last
the
20, he's
flowers.
averaging like 32, 33
Yes.
points. Like,
For
For
he's
the
been
season.
incredible.
He's averaging 28.2.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, Devin Booker is.
He
one
should
of the
get
best-
all NBA looks. I don't know if he's going to have the games played. I think he's at like
think he
40,
will.
45-ish right now. So I don't know.
49 exactly. at the
Yeah,
time.
I don't know how the voters are going to determine what's eligible or not. I guess when we do our all NBA teams, when it's time for that, we'll make our own requirements and restrictions. But as of right now, I would he's an all NBA player this year, in my
I
opinion.
think he should be.
I think, and the biggest thing, obviously, we've always known that Devin Booker is an incredibly great, difficult shot maker. His playmaking just seems to get better by the season, and like it's super impressive because his counting stats don't exactly yet scream that. He's only averaging 5.4 assists, and that's not remotely close to his career high. But it just looks different. He looks more efficient. He looks more comfortable like when he's passing and stuff like that, playmaking out of the pick and roll and stuff like that.
Well, you want to talk about Chris Paul's impact on the Suns way deeper than anything he does on the basketball court. I mean,
Yes.
you watch Devin Booker come through the pick and roll, and he has guys on his
back.
hips.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's all Chris
Literally
Paul
the
stuff.
Chris Paul,
Yeah.
the Chris Paul
And
signature.
for a guy who could score the ball at the rate of Devin Booker,
Yep.
being able to maneuver through the paint and through the lane like that, scary.
Yeah, and it helps DeAndre Ayton. It definitely helps DeAndre Ayton having those two guys passing him the ball. Bro, Devin Booker has been phenomenal this season. The entire Suns team gonna turn up come playoff time. It's gonna be scary, bro.
I hope not.
It's gonna
man.
be scary.
I really hope not.
Yeah, I
Um,
hope they
I just
shit
don't want
the
to see him
bed out.
play good.
So I gotta ask you guys real quick. Who do you think is the most well equipped to beat the Suns if they are this new inevitable?
I would have said the Clippers before Paul George got hurt.
That's what I was about to say. The Clippers if they're healthy.
Okay.
But
You guys might not like this answer, but again, I think it's the Grizzlies, bro. I think the Grizzlies defensively really have the personnel to match up with any of these teams out west, honestly. Would I take the Grizzlies over the Suns? Absolutely
No,
not. But to make life difficult for them, yeah, I think the Grizzlies can, they could try.
Yeah, they definitely could try.
It would probably be the Clippers.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so tough with the Clippers because the Clippers, every time we talk about them, it's always the idea of the Clippers. It's never the actual Clippers.
Bro, the idea of the Clippers is one of the best teams in
ever,
the league.
Ever.
Ever. Like
one of the best teams ever.
Kawhi and Paul George defense, plus their scoring,
plus
plus all their role
Bro,
players.
It's not even just them defensively. It's Terrence Mann. It's Robert Covington. It doesn't stop there. Like it's like you have Bones Highland on the team now, and Bones Highland is going for 20 and 22 minutes on some of these nights.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Like what this team has. Russell Westbrook, if he's like even 70% of what he's been to this point for them, especially recently, the Clippers are terrifying. If everything falls right for them, that they can win the title. If everything falls,
I think so, bro.
If everything works out for them, yeah.
I guess I feel like you could say that about any team in the playoffs in the West. If everything works out for them, they can win the title.
They're always looked at as a title contender,
It's just like how long are we gonna do this with the Clippers?
I don't know. I mean, I like it.
I
love it.
Until Paul George and Kawhi Leonard aren't on the team anymore.
Yeah.
That's how long it's gonna go.
I think after this year, one of them might leave. I don't know who it's gonna be.
They're locked in for a while.
At what point do you give up?
I don't think you do. I don't think
they've been at this for a while.
You don't think the Clippers give up after 5 years of Paul George and Kawhi?
Right,
you can't because of what you traded for them.
Let's look at this. Their first season together, right? That was the Denver.
Well, wouldn't you get rid of them so you can get some value back? I'm sorry.
Bro, going into every season, they're always looked at as one of the best teams in the league as a title.
Let's say they don't win,
and then it doesn't work out.
Okay, can we just can we just look this over, please? The first season that they were together, they blew the 3-1, right? That was the first.
That was amazing.
That sucks. Whatever.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, the second year, they were going to be in the Western Conference Finals with a healthy Kawhi Leonard, but he tore his ACL, right? Okay, who's to say they don't win the finals that season? Who's to say they don't beat the Jazz? They won. They won 2
history
games.
Says they didn't do it.
I'm just saying they won. Kawhi tore his ACL. They won 2 games.
Okay.
Without him in the Western Conference Finals. The following season, Kawhi's out for the entire year, and now this is season 4. We'll see what happens in the playoffs.
This is only their 4th year together.
This is only their 4th year together, and I say only. But granted, one of the 3 years that we've seen previously was taken away from them. Honestly, you could argue 2 of them were because Kawhi tore his ACL, and then the first season, obviously, they blew the 3-1, but whatever. That was terrible. So I'll give you that. That was god-awful.
It was amazing.
But then Kawhi tears his ACL, and Kawhi has now missed the full season. So, to be
just
fair
like,
to them,
what about this year, though? Like, I'm never going to stop overlooking this, but we looked at them this year. They're the most talented, deepest roster in all of basketball.
Been saying that for 4 years.
And look where that got them this year up until the trade deadline. They had to completely overhaul the roster.
To be fair, I don't care what they do until the playoffs now. And that's most of these teams, to be completely honest.
But I mean, to me, that matters when you're going into a season and you have all these people talking about you. You're the deepest team in the whole league. Depth. And then you get to the trade deadline and you're struggling. You're not meeting expectations. And you have to completely overhaul your roster. That's a problem to me.
Right.
Whether it's Kawhi and PG not playing, whatever the fuck it is, but having to do that's a problem to me.
You traded for Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. You traded all those picks. You traded Shea to win right now. And 4 years later, they haven't won anything. 4 years later, these guys are only getting older. Kawhi Leonard is going to be past his prime soon. Paul George is not going to be the same Paul George he once was.
Paul George is still not the same Paul George.
Exactly. So their window of winning is still right now, and it's closing so fucking quickly. It's their 4 years in, bro. They have what?
If there was ever a year for the Clippers to do it, it would be this year.
Right now. And even now, still, you watch them and they're just, I feel like You watch the teams in the Eastern Conference, and they're so much better than the Clippers right now. They're so much better.
Okay, but that's also if they get to the finals, that has to mean that the Clippers are clicking.
There's so many
And if
teams
the Clippers are
in the Western
clicking-
Conference that can go toe to toe with them.
I'm just saying, but you're saying so. First of all, throwing the Eastern Conference teams out there doesn't even matter right now.
Okay.
That would have to be the playoff. That would have to be the finals.
All right.
So you're saying, here's my thing: if the Clippers make the finals, that clearly has to mean they're now firing on all.
I don't think they're making the finals.
If they do, I agree that
You're both right.
they have something going in the right direction if they do make the
Yeah,
finals.
because you're saying they can't beat the teams in the East, but what he's saying is the Clippers, if they make the finals, they're not the
was just saying in the
Clippers we're
NBA.
seeing right.
I don't think they're beating all the Western Conference teams either.
Okay, but you said the East, and that's the only reason I said that.
I get that.
So
Yep.
yeah, it
I
has
don't
to
know,
mean
it's
someone
just-
right.
If they make the finals, yeah, no, they're still like obviously
They're legit now.
Obviously,
And it's just like,
they're-
how can I predict them to make the final
No, you can't.
I
with
did.
this season? No, not in the offseason. I'm talking about right
No.
now, like going into the playoffs. How can I predict for them to be the team to come out of the West?
You
It's
know,
just
it sucks.
I'm picking the Nuggets, Grizzlies, Suns, Warriors, Lakers over them, all of them.
You know, honestly, I'll even put it out there. I'll throw them in the finals. I'll pick them. Super late season. I'll take them as my
$50
team to make the finals. What do you mean $50? I'm not just doing $50. Clippers versus the field for $50?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing
Okay.
that. It's stupid.
So you don't believe it?
No, because there's so much that can
Because you
go
don't believe
wrong.
it.
what if they
Exactly.
somehow drop to the 7th seed, which I don't think they will. They're 2 games up on the Pelicans and Timberwolves right
Can
now.
they still climb or no?
Yeah.
The Clippers,
They
yeah,
can make
they're
the
like
4th seed.
virtually tied with the Suns. Suns have a half game on them.
Oh shit, they're playing the Suns in the
Right.
Yep.
round.
That's gonna
Even
be-
that,
that's gonna be a
but
good series.
Even before that, say they somehow manage in these
Fall to the
last 5
6th.
games to drop to 7, and then they get bounced in the playing game with no Paul George. Then what are we doing in the offseason, Los Angeles? What are we
blow
doing?
it up,
Bro, I'll take Kawhi. On
blow
the
it up.
Get me Kawhi on the
And I
fucking
think
Knicks.
that's the extreme. I think that's the worst possible scenario for them to drop to 7 and then not make the playoffs entirely. But
I don't know.
it's a
but
possibility. And even if they stay where they are, if they play the Suns
You
in the
don't
first
wanna play
round,
the Suns.
GG's.
I don't know.
Especially with no Paul George, GG's.
Don't wanna-
GG.
Hey,
But-
look, if Kawhi wins that series, we got to.
But then what are we? But then what are we gonna do if they do lose to the Suns in the first round? We're gonna keep making excuses for them. Oh, Paul George was hurt, so we have to give them another fucking year before we rule them out.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I
But it
know
sucks,
I
but
know
it
these
does
suck,
excuses
but
are
how long
legit.
are we gonna have to do this
But
for?
these guys, they're not timeless, bro. I know it. Things keep happening,
Well, I
and
know.
they're happening over and over.
By
and
the
over
time
and
we're
over
doing this again next year, it'll be a half decade since we've been doing this with the Clippers.
Yeah,
That's nuts. Like I don't know.
it's time to call it
It's
quits.
Almost
bro.
a quarter of our lives we've been doing
If
this.
they
with
don't
the
win this
Clippers.
year,
And
I
hey,
start to think about
Wow.
moving them. I start to explore and call teams and see what their values like. If they don't make it past the first round of the season, if they don't make the Western Conference Finals,
And I'm telling you, both of those guys will draw a package.
If they don't make-
fucking
obviously,
package.
Yeah, they
but
would.
the longer they wait, the less they'll get
less
back
they'll get
for
back
them.
for
Which,
it, yes.
if you're a I'm not a GM. I don't know what the benefits are.
If they don't make the WCF this year, you think they fire Ty Lue?
No,
No.
I don't think Ty Lue's the problem.
I agree.
I don't either. But normally when
At what point
you know
does he
teams
become the
struggle,
problem?
right?
I don't know.
Well, it's not even just about him becoming the problem in a say, but when teams struggle like this, normally the coach is the first scapegoat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whether he's a problem or not, he's probably. I think if they don't make the WCF this year, he's on the hot seat at bare minimum. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets fired in the
he's gonna
offseason.
be the first on the hot
He's
seat
gonna
before
look
Kawhi
around
and Paul
and-
George.
The front office says.
Wait, what was that?
Sorry.
I said Ty Lue's gonna be the first on the hot seat before Kawhi and
Oh
Paul
yeah,
George.
100%.
Well, the front office is going to say we put together this great roster, deep team, all this defense, 2-star players, and Ty Lue, you're not getting them to win. How? Like, you know what I mean? You start to look at him and be like, who else are we going to blame?
Yeah.
Because obviously, you can only blame the players so much.
I also think Steve Ballmer has obviously grown a love for like the players and stuff, like especially Kawhi and Paul George. So I don't think he'd let them pull the trigger on
No.
trading them.
They'd
Personally.
try to rebuild their bench again, try to rebuild that depth.
Because
Because honestly, like depending on the night, those players all suck.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Agreed.
look, to be fair, recently especially, Eric Gordon's been great.
Yeah.
Eric Gordon's looked fucking great in the Clippers uniform, especially.
Yeah,
recently.
they made a few good moves.
Bones when he
Yeah,
plays
That's what
has
I'm saying.
looked
They
awesome.
made a few good moves, but like they got more to do. I think
no,
it's
don't know.
tough because like
because I got to give Bones his credit too. We didn't look at him as a guy that could be like a legit point guard, but he's been facilitating the offense when he's in the game incredibly well.
No, I
Like-
don't know. They're good. Like Eric Gordon's been good. Bones has been good. But like Russ has been
Westbrook
good.
Been good.
Like Marcus Morris, he's ass.
But that's why he's out
Like,
the rotation.
I
recently.
know. They have
don't
to
have Marcus
they have
Morris
to
in the
fill
rotation.
those spots in though. With,
Robert Covington just went fucking 8 for 8 from 3.
yeah,
That's
but
not
then
gonna
there's
happen
nights
again.
that
Then
he's
you have the
playing like
coach,
ass too.
and then you have the coach. He goes 8 for 8 from 3, and then you have the coach coming out in a press conference and saying, "Wow, I feel bad for Robert Covington. He should be playing, and he showed that tonight." What the fuck are you talking about? I hate when they
Yeah.
do that bullshit about
No.
the
Like, what are you
players
doing?
should be doing this. I feel bad for them. This Jason Kidd does that shit
You're
all
the
the
fucking
time.
coach.
You're the coach. You're
Yeah,
in
I was just about
charge
to
of
say
this stuff.
Jason Kidd does that more than anybody.
Yes,
More
he
than
does.
anyone.
Yes, he
Talking about
does.
Jaden Hardy, damn! I wish we could find minutes for him. What do you mean you wish you could find minutes for him? You're the fucking coach. Fuck.
Darvin Ham just said that about Rui. He said,
Yeah, the
it's
other
not
day
enough-
when
it's
Rui
not enough
didn't play.
minutes-
Oh my
not
God.
enough minutes to spread around for Rui to get a lot of minutes.
To be fair, that is true though. The Lakers rotation is
Yeah, but
fairly
if
they're
you're
winning-
the
it's-
coach
they're
and
winning,
you
it's hard to
think that
argue.
Rui could be playing and helping you, then find a way to
make it
get him in the
happen. Yeah,
rotation.
make it happen. But
Yeah.
if you're winning, you're not gonna.
That's
change
the
things.
Thibs philosophy.
Fuck
If they're winning, he's not changing
Tibbs.
shit.
I hate that man.
I love that man.
Hate him. But
He's been great
yeah.
the second half of the season. It's all right.
But look, the Clippers look
But
like they're
Thibs
putting things together.
won't bullshit it. Thibs
Yeah,
won't
no.
go to the podium and say, "Oh, I wish I could get this guy minutes."
Yeah, no.
Thibs will say, "This is the lineup that's working, so I'm gonna roll with this
And
lineup."
unfortunately, he doesn't fit in there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not gonna fucking cap with you. Like Tibbs is very straight up.
Yeah.
Very straight up. So, but yeah, no, Clippers look very good right now. I'm intrigued to see what it looks like in the playoffs. Obviously, all the additions, it definitely changed the whole team chemistry and stuff. But they look. Terrence Mann needs to get his fucking minutes, bro. That's one guy that needs to be getting 35 to 40 minutes every fucking night. Nick Batum, thank God he took Marcus Morris' starting spot because that boy was ass. And Nick Batum is actually good at basketball. But yeah, Terrence Mann needs his fucking 40 minutes a night. Get that man in the starting lineup. Put Kawhi at power forward. Like, what are we doing? Start when Paul George comes back, he's the 3, Kawhi's the 4, and you fucking have Terrence Mann at the 2 and Russell Westbrook at the 1. It makes too much sense. It's just that simple. So,
It does.
oh my God. I'm just getting heated over the Clippers here.
No, yeah, you've been waiting years for them. to
I
win,
have, bro.
so-
I've been waiting so long for them to
Yeah.
put it together, bro. And they just
haven't.
it was gonna happen when Kawhi fucking tore his ACL
Yeah, bro, it
too.
was totally gonna happen.
I'm
It
happy
was.
it never did happen.
It was gonna happen.
Fuck the Clippers.
But yeah.
Trunks. Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Um,
They're kind of a team that I was in between on depressed or well, not even close to impressed, but like they were close to being on my depressed list. But another team in the West that I'm kind of depressed about, Golden State Warriors.
Nah.
I think the jury's still out on that one. I don't think I don't think you could really say like I think for the Warriors, the regular season doesn't matter as much as in other teams. I think when come playoff time, as long as they're healthy and they have their guys, they'll be fine.
I get that, but
Yeah,
at
but
the
they ain't gonna
same
have their
time,
guys.
you're also getting close to the point where you might not even be in the playoffs.
Wiggins isn't
Like,
gonna
it
come
shouldn't
back.
even be
they're
fucking
gonna
around
be
with
making the
this.
playoffs. It's they've also
Wiggins
had a
might
big
not be
Wiggins
back.
problem.
He's not gonna be
probably
back.
not gonna be back.
That shit's crazy.
Bro, it's wild.
Insane.
This
Hopefully
poor
he's
fucking
alright.
dude, bro. I hope to God that Andrew Wiggins' mental is okay. Like, I really do. That shit's
That man's
horrible.
never gonna smile again.
Jesus.
Like no, like actually.
No, like actually,
that
he
shit's
really might
terrible.
not. He really might not.
Yeah. So
It never
yeah.
was confirmed, but like, you know,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's about as close to confirmed as
Yeah.
confirmed can be,
yeah.
which is unfortunate. Wiggs, we hope you're okay, bro.
prayers
love
for
Wiggs.
Wiggins.
I love
Yeah.
Wiggs.
But I think
Oh,
that the
Wiggins.
Warriors could still win. I think it doesn't really matter that this
No.
seventh seed.
Without Wiggins, they're not winning.
There's no shot they win.
Without Wiggins, they are
They
not
wouldn't have won
winning.
last year without Wiggins. No
maybe not
chance.
that they'll win, but they're not gonna. I don't think they'll get bounced for.
Even though Clay
I
looks
think
great.
they could get bounced first round.
they could, I don't think they'll. I think they'll win a first round.
You know what's
series.
crazy? Clay's
Depending on who they
arguing.
match up with, they could win the first round series.
Yeah, I think if they get matched up with the Kings, they'll fucking beat them.
I don't agree.
I
Like, I
don't
don't think
know.
that the
I don't
Kings are
think
as easy
so.
of an out as people make it out to be.
I don't
If
think
the
so.
Kings and Warriors match up,
Yeah,
the Warriors-
it's
I just
just
think the
about
Warriors, like Steph Curry. I trust Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green to beat the Kings. Yeah, I do.
I'm
Sorry.
taking the Kings in that series if that
That's
So
happens.
the Warriors
Great.
can't win a road game, bro.
And you think they're
Okay,
gonna
I'll-
do it against the beam?
Not against the beam.
Against the beam?
That's That's the worst.
Biggest home court advantage in the
Exactly.
league, probably.
Exactly.
But I do. I agree. I trust Steph, Clay, and Dre to at least win one.
One series. Come on.
At least one.
I don't know,
game.
man.
You're taking.
They've
Steph,
never
Dre,
lost
Clay.
a fucking series.
They
When healthy
haven't,
together?
but they've never played a beam.
You think the beam's gonna start? That?
Yes.
You
I
think-
feel like the beam doesn't do anything until the game is over.
No, the beam does everything for them. It's the
What do you mean?
motivation.
The beam
They
doesn't
wanna
get
see
lit.
It's the
beam get
motivation.
lit.
I guess.
They need to start lighting the beam during player introductions.
Word.
Good beam juju.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
But there was another team that I wanted to talk about. The Portland Trailblazers have
Yeah,
been
fucking
extremely depressing. But I'm gonna say more of their front office has been bad because it's not. I don't really want to call it all the players' fault. They kind of got all meshed on this roster, and it's just not a good roster. Dame's, putting up 30 points a game. He looked like an MVP candidate in the beginning of the year, and they're just bad. They're just really bad.
It's almost like this is what the front office wanted to do, though, because at the deadline they just traded away their guys for guys that haven't really proven anything. They want to take shot on some young guys.
Like Matisse and Cam Reddish.
Exactly. They had Josh Hart. They got
Kevin
rid of him.
Knox.
Like
Yeah, it's
They traded for Kevin Knox.
tough because
they decided they didn't want to win this year, and they just traded for some guys that could turn into something.
I said
That's what they wanted to
And
do.
they have some solid pieces. Shadon Sharp's good.
shit on
Yeah.
something.
Anthony
He's gonna be
Simons
a
is
very
really
good
good.
player. Yes,
Yusuf Nurkic is good. Jeremy
Yeah.
Grant's good.
I think
Nurkic
they
is
look
not
into
exactly good
trading
anymore.
Simons this offseason.
I think they look into trading both Simons and Sharp.
No.
The
if you
contract
could
and the
get-
asset,
No, no, no.
you could arguably get a superstar.
I was about to say, say the Clippers decide they want to trade them, and
I'm just saying.
I mean,
getting
unless
Kawhi,
unless a
Yeah.
super horny megastar is on
Yes.
the table, they're not trading. Shadon Sharp is the guy. Like, he's the shooting guard of the future, with or without Dame.
that's
He's
the thing
the
that you
keeper, I
have. You
think.
have Dame though.
So
Like,
are we leaning towards
At that point,
without
you trade Dame.
I think they should trade Dame. I've been saying that.
are you?
I
leaning
said it
towards
too,
what?
but
What
like,
do we think does happen though? Do we think that the Blazers finally move on
No.
from Dame?
No.
No,
I think
I
it's
think
gonna
they
stay
do.
like
Unless
this.
unless
I think
Dame
they
says
do.
he wants to.
I think he's gonna ask out this summer. I really do.
he
I
did.
hope
He
so.
sounded very fucking.
I think this
Sad.
is it, bro.
Because his window is also closing, just like the Clippers. He's getting old. His window of being a good player in the NBA is closing. He's a smaller
It's
point guard.
because it's tough.
doesn't
He's
play
having
defense.
he's having his best season.
He is, but how long?
But
he's not going to be 36,
no.
35 doing this shit.
And
What,
it's not
32
even
already?
it's not even
I think
about
that
the winning a
matters.
ring thing that everyone talks about with him that he gets so
Competing.
butt tight about. Yeah, he's not even making the fucking playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
He just wants to compete.
Not even making the playoffs.
He don't
bro.
even need to win the title. He just wants to compete.
Yeah.
And for much of his career, he was always in the playoffs.
So he's
and
I don't.
going to be 33 this
He's
summer.
never missed the playoffs. I don't think.
He
Last
missed it
year.
last year.
He was hurt.
It was
But
hurt.
he was injured. But yeah, no, I don't think he's really missed the playoffs. I remember when they made the Western Conference Finals and nobody thought they were serious,
They weren't.
and then they got fucking obliterated by the Warriors. So
Kenny made a video yesterday, or it was 2 days ago, talking about the Blazers. Yeah, and he was like, he's never been on a contender like ever, and it's true. Like even when they made the conference finals,
They weren't really
They were not a
contenders.
contender.
no, not at all. Not even
You know?
remotely close. Nobody looked at that team as a contender.
No.
Bro, I didn't even realize that Evan Turner had like a fucking 13.4 or 17-point fourth quarter in the game 7, is what Kenny said in that video. And he fucking won them a
Evan
series.
Turner.
Evan Turner won them a series in that playoffs.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah, but they were going up against the Warriors. There was no one ever taking
Yeah.
the Blazers over the Warriors in
Oh,
that
no.
series. There was no chance the Blazers were winning that series. They were not legit contenders.
give me Dame and Kawhi together. That'd be cool.
That would
That'd
be
be a
cool.
Dame on the
fucking
Clippers.
duo.
I mean,
Yeah,
No, the other way around.
The other way
Kawhi
around,
on
Kawhi
the-
on the
Kawhi and the
Blazers.
Blazers.
Yeah. It would
That'd
make
be
more
wild.
sense
It does make more sense, realistically.
because if
But
the Clippers decide to blow it up, the Blazers have Sharp and Simons to throw at them, plus whatever picks.
but
You know,
yeah, they have some young talent there. It's just you don't wait it out. Not with Dame.
you can't.
You
Like,
don't wait it
You got
out.
to make a move now. Like this offseason, like this is it.
I agree. One other team that this is
But-
my last team that I was depressed with because the Blazers are my other one. It's the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I had a
Going from the 1 seed last season to
yeah.
being not so great.
I didn't have them on my disappointing teams, but I had a Kyle Lowry on my disappointing players.
Yep.
So
Yep.
It's just been hurt.
I also
And
had
when
him
he's on the
there.
when he's on the court, he's washed. It's that simple.
It doesn't
It's-
look the same anymore.
It doesn't. He's like it's over. The Heat could use a player like Kyle Lowry a few
Like,
seasons ago.
Yeah, Raptors, Kyle Lowry.
and he's just not that anymore.
Dame to the Heat.
It's not even about
Yeah.
that.
That'd be cool too.
Just Kyle Lowry for me. Bro, what is Pat Riley doing? Half the roster is undrafted players. You really think that's sustainable? Yeah, you made a finals run, but bro, it's a fucking NBA, the best
Yeah.
basketball league in the fucking entire world. There's a reason why the teams that win are the most talented teams. You really think you're gonna have one of the most talented teams with half your roster being guys who
What is it?
weren't even top 60 coming out of college?
Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson. Is Caleb Martin? Caleb Martin was drafted.
Yeah.
But wow, yeah.
And then your big splash at the deadline was Kevin Love.
Bro,
So, like,
You saw that there was the trade in place for who the fuck was it? They were gonna trade Kyle Lowry to get oh my god, I'm
Was it
blanking.
Westbrook? No.
No,
Conley.
Conley.
no.
Might have been Conley.
I don't think it was Conley. I think it was better than that, but whatever. And
Yeah,
Pat
Bill
Riley
Russell?
apparently fell asleep.
No.
Pat Riley apparently fell asleep before the trade deadline and couldn't give
We
them
talked about that. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's
Doubt
not
that
100
was
percent
true.
confirmed.
I doubt that was true.
But it was a Bleacher Report article.
I
It
wouldn't-
was.
I doubt it.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Why?
The-
Considering, considering how
wait,
bad the
no,
deadline
wait.
went.
Why wouldn't you put it past him?
He's old as fuck. And look at this roster construction. It's garbage.
Yeah, I would say I would look at the deadline and be like, I would not believe that he fell asleep.
Maybe it's just a figure of
Think
speech,
about
but in
think about
general-
who Pat Riley is and
No,
what
I
he's
know.
accomplished in this sport. You really think he was sleeping
No,
during the trade?
But
Huh.
it's a
If
figure
that's
of
his
It
speech.
sure
job-
does seem like it, bro.
This
fucking
team is
roster.
ass. This team is garbage. Like, this roster is really bad. I feel bad for Jimmy. They best trade his ass. Trade Jimmy Butler. I don't know what you do with Bam. Probably trade Bam too. Get them on good teams, please. Like,
I don't think they have to trade them. I feel like you could
you're
make
not.
a splash for an all-star. You could trade Tyler Hero, get an all-star, and then you have a big three right there.
Yeah, but who?
I don't think they're letting Tyler Hero
Yeah.
go. Personally,
Clippers.
You don't
agree
think
with
so?
that.
I don't think they're letting go to Tyler Hero. They're going to trade Jimmy or Bam before Tyler.
I
I
agree.
think he's a Miami guy. Yeah.
Because you could. What if you get like Dame, package of Tyler Hero and some other stuff for Dame? Then you have Dame, Jimmy, and Bam.
I think Dame would probably be the only player that they would do that for.
Maybe a Paul
Yeah,
George. I don't know.
Paul George would be cool, but no, we're overthinking this whole Clippers thing because it's not fucking happening.
Do
We're
we
not
think
trading everybody
know.
on the
do we
Clippers.
think
The Clippers are not
Jimmy
blowing it up?
stays in Miami for a long period?
I think so.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
He loves it there.
He
Yeah.
does, but I could see him getting traded.
I don't think so.
If he does get traded, it wouldn't surprise me, but I could see him staying for probably 2-3 years, more
Jimmy
years.
Butler to the
Also, again,
Blazers.
Kyrie's a free agent. You go to the Heat.
The way you said that. Also, Kyrie's a free agent. I
That
gotta make
would-
fun of one thing you say.
I don't
about
know.
the
I don't know
show.
how they would make that happen in terms of money, but figure it out because that would.
Kyrie's
guess that's
staying
one
in
spot.
Dallas, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, I know. So.
Yeah,
I don't think we know anything about Kyrie Irving.
I agree. I think anything could happen this offseason.
don't
I
think
mean,
we know
yeah, anything could
goddamn
happen.
I think
in
there's
any
just as
offseason.
good a chance he leaves as he does as they're
I don't know.
staying.
I think he's happy there. Honestly, I listened to what's this guy's name, bro?
But are the Mavs happy losing with him there? You know what I
Well,
mean?
they're
Like,
gonna re-sign his ass because they traded for him.
yeah,
They will do everything they can.
Yeah,
to
the guy's
re-sign him.
name is Grant something. I don't know. He works with the Mavs. He travels with the team and does all their press conferences. And since Kyrie got traded, Kyrie will sit there and talk to these dudes. If you actually ask him questions that aren't fucking attacking him as a person, he'll sit there and have a conversation with you. Kyrie seems happy, and he said it how it is. Like, this shit wasn't gonna happen overnight. Like, he's said he's here for the long term, so I think he wants to be there. And I mean, I think we talked about them already. I don't know. I didn't say much though, but the Mavs are obviously fucking disappointing, and they're disappointing to me because I thought they were a legit contender, and I overlooked their flaws and overvalued the things that I think are their strengths. But I don't think I was a fool to do so because the team had an identity last. I mean, this was my preseason finals pick. The team had an identity last year. They were a great defensive team last year, and that just went away. And you could say what you want about Dorian Finney-Smith. They shouldn't have traded him. The defense was bad with Dorian Finney-Smith, so that really doesn't matter. It's the identity of the team. They have no identity. What's their play style on either side of the ball? No one fucking knows. And I don't want to be the guy to sit up here and blame coaching because I'll never be an NBA coach. But this coach, it just seems like he has no idea what he's fucking doing.
Jason Kidd's not a good coach.
I mean, the other day they lost to Philly. They were up for most of the game. They barely scored the ball in the fourth quarter. They said, why was Christian Wood and Jaden Hardy on the bench to him? He said, well, I felt like they weren't really impacting the game offensively, so we went with defense out there. Christian Wood was 3 for 3 in the game with 12 points. What the fuck? What is he supposed to do other than make every shot he takes offensively? Actually, what else is he supposed to do other than make every shot he takes?
Philly went on a 10-0 run, I'm pretty sure, in that fourth
So,
quarter.
so the defense was great.
Yeah.
Good fucking
Right,
job.
you put
Jason
in those
Kidd.
defensive players to not have defense out there. I mean, you have a guy like Josh Green who's been phenomenal. When Kyrie first got there, he elevated his game to a whole nother level. You know, he looked like he was going to fill that Dorian Finney-Smith role. And then you pick up Justin Holiday off the waivers and you start him over Josh Green. Now Josh Green's confidence is shot. He's been ass. He's been ass, and his confidence is gone. Dude shooting like 3 shots a game for Justin Holiday, who fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Who sucks?
No,
A team that's trying to make a playoff push right now because they're really in danger of not making
Bro,
the
Yeah.
playoffs.
they're 3 games below 500 at the current moment,
Right.
I believe.
Yeah,
Like,
What seed are they right
it
now?
would take a miracle for them to get in at this point. They need a lot to happen for them to get in. But
a lot of losing from other
I
teams,
said
yeah.
this in the chat, and I still stand on it. I don't fucking care. If they get in and they somehow get that 8 seed or 7 seed, whatever it is, I don't want to play them. I don't care. If your options are playing the Mavericks or playing the Thunders or the fucking Pelicans,
That's
I'd
not even
much
close. Yes,
rather play the
obviously.
Pelicans and Thunder than the fucking Mavericks.
I hope the Mavericks make it.
They're definitely disappointing this year. I think next year you should expect changes within the roster. I think I'd be shocked if Jason Kidd's still coaching the team,
I
bro.
think you got to trade for a good 3-and-D wing, like a good 3-and-D wing,
Like
or
who?
sign a couple of them. Like Josh Green should be a starter next season. First of all,
I think Josh Green will be a starter next year. Jaden Hardy will take another step.
as a
He'll
sixth
probably
man,
become the 6th man. They need to do well in free agency. I mean, Christian Woods is as good as gone.
yes,
You
he's
know,
done. He's gone. He's out of there. That's
Maxi
official,
Kleber will hopefully be healthy going into next season. There's moves to be made for them. So that's why I think
Maxi's really good when he's
yeah,
healthy.
I think in the long
was
term
underrated.
they're fine. I don't expect Luka to ask out. I don't expect Kyrie to up and leave. I think they're fine in the long term. This season though, it was another disappointment on everyone's part. Everyone gets blame. Luka being bought in defensively is a problem. Kyrie's been pretty good since he got there. He's just had these games where it's like, whoa, that's not Kyrie.
Mhm.
And then the others, it's just they're so inconsistent. Reggie Bullock should be gone. I love Reggie Bullock, but he should be gone. Tim Hardaway Jr., it's so up and down. They just need guys who are consistent. Whether that's on the defensive end or offensively, they just need guys in the rotation who you know what you're going to get from them, and you get that from them on a night in, night out basis.
Well, that's been their biggest problem all season is consistency. They'll look like one of the better teams in the NBA one night, and then look like the worst.
I feel like that's been a problem with a lot of the NBA teams.
I mean, even in that game against Philly, sure they lost, but for the majority of that game, they were toe to toe with Philly, and we know, we all think Philly's so great. I'm sure a few of you guys have Philly going to the finals, so they could hang with these elite teams. They, surprisingly enough, haven't been great in terms of closing games out with Luka and Kyrie, but again, hate to say it, but the coaching, it's just like, what are we running in crunch time in these games? It can't, when you have a guy like Kyrie, it can't just be Luka Ball and Kyrie sitting in the corner. It can't. You have to get creative. And that's what I said when the trade first happened. I said the biggest thing with this trade is Jason Kidd needs to get creative with his offense, and he has not gotten creative with the offense. But
that's never been his thing.
Yeah.
So
They're a game behind right now. They're the 11th seed.
okay, so it's
So
not. It doesn't need to be a miracle.
I hope they make it. I mean, they have games that they should win. They're playing the Heat, the Hawks, the Kings, the Bulls, and the Spurs. So they can
The
win 3 of
Spurs
those
one, I feel
games.
like, is the only one
They
that's
have-
a
I know.
given.
I know. I'm saying
Out of
they
any of
should be
those.
able to win 3 games, hopefully,
But-
out of those 5. And then the Thunder, who are right above them, are playing the Pacers, the Suns, the Warriors, the Jazz, and the Grizzlies. So they could lose a few of those games also.
yeah, they
see
could
it.
definitely get in.
Is there any other
Pelicans are there.
players or teams that we want to talk about on either side? Sleaze, you got another one, or
One of my depressed teams were the Utah Jazz.
really?
in the beginning half of the season when they were a top 5 team in the league, and then just completely shit the bed, and now they're a bottom 5 team in the Western Conference. I wasn't necessarily bought in on them when they were on that run, but I don't know. It was a good sight to see while they were good, but now that they're bad, it's kind of like,
I feel like it was expected.
Yeah,
it was expected. Lauri Markkanen was one of the guys that I was impressed with this season. That was something I wanted to mention. It goes without saying, though. I think we all understand why Lauri Markkanen has been so incredibly impressive this season. He's going to probably win Most Improved Player, all that good stuff. He deserves his flowers. He's been phenomenal this season. So,
speaking of flowers,
I had him as one of my impressed. Sorry, go.
Speaking of flowers, let's take a moment of silence. LaMarcus Aldridge is officially retiring from basketball.
Really?
Oh,
Yep.
Let's get an applause for LaMarcus. LaMarcus.
What a career, man. What a fucking career.
What a guy.
Shout out LaMarcus, former teammate of that guy, Damian Lillard, that we were talking about before.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
long-time teammate.
but yeah, I think that's everything we got for Impressed and Depressed.
Yeah.
That was fun. I like talking. I like catching up with the NBA. That was good.
Yeah, we did a lot of catching up with the NBA there. But yeah, I don't think we'll go over our hot takes in a future episode.
Yeah, maybe next week.
We'll bring them all back and then we'll go over
Next
them
week
in a
we'll do
future
it.
episode.
I'll be prepared. I'll have all my hot takes.
Yeah.
Everybody
make sure.
gathered them.
Yes.
All right. Blind rank these NBA legends based on their career averages.
Oh shit!
I gotta write this down.
And I only have
Send it in the chat.
I only have 3 stats each because some of the stats were not tracked back in the day.
Okay.
Actually, I could have 4 stats, I think. Hold on 1 second. All right.
Oh, I just saw that. What is the 4th stat?
He's probably gonna tell us.
Points, rebounds, assists.
Okay, so player A averaged 24.6 points per game. Player B averaged 26.4 points per game. So kind of like a
Reverse,
flip-flop
yeah.
action right there. Yeah. Player A averaged 11.2 rebounds per game. Player B averaged 16.2 rebounds per game.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking.
It's a lot of rebounds. Player A averaged 3.6 assists per game. Player B averaged 3 assists per game. And player A shot 55.9% from the field. Player B shot 43.6% from the field.
What big man is shooting like this?
Well, I'm gonna take player A just because of the efficiency.
I'm taking player B. Give me 5 more rebounds. I don't really care about the efficiency.
Yeah, man. Boardman gets paid. Give me player B.
26 and 16. Give me player B.
I'm going player B as well.
Player A was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Player B was Bob Pettit.
Damn it.
I know ball.
God damn, Bob Pettit.
Get it?
Bob Pettit.
Damn, boy. Bob Pettit was doing his thing back then.
Nah,
Boardman does get paid.
I have another thing for you guys. So, how do I word this?
Stop shaking your leg.
Please.
Whoa.
You wouldn't listen to me, but he says it, and you're like,
I stopped doing it for you, you idiot. Fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you.
I don't know how to word this for the TikTok intro. I'll tell you guys what it is,
Yeah.
and you guys can help me with the TikTok intro.
Fucking
So
solid.
I put together a list of some of the most disappointing teams in NBA history,
Mhm.
and I have them matched up against each other. But the catch is, I added the player who embarrassed them from the other team. So like a disappointing team disappointed in the playoffs. The team that bounced them
Okay.
from the playoffs, I took the best player from that team and put them on the disappointing team.
All right.
And you guys are gonna pick this team or this team.
Got it. Okay.
So
All right, let's do this.
No, he's trying to figure out how to say it for the TikTok.
Yeah, I have no idea how you're gonna.
all right, wait, I
No
got
idea.
it. I got it.
All right.
Which all-time disappointing NBA team are you taking if they added the player that disappointed them in the playoffs? That makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Solid.
that was good. It was
Alright.
just a long
Solid.
Blind rank- no.
All right. So the first one we have is the 2015 Clippers, who blew the 3-1 lead to the Rockets with James Harden,
It's a good team.
or the 2020 Clippers with Nikola Jokic. Both blew 3-1 leads.
2020 Clippers with Jokic.
Ooh,
Nah,
yeah,
give me-
20 Clippers with Jokic.
I'm taking the 2020 Clippers with Jokic. We talked about not having a point guard.
Give me 2015 Clippers.
I'd take the 2015 Clippers too with
Yeah.
Harden.
I
All
think
right.
that's easy.
The next one, the 2016 Thunder, who blew a 3-1 lead with Steph, or the 2016 Warriors, who blew a 3-1 lead with Braun.
Oh my God, it's the
I mean,
Warriors.
it's not
with
even
Bron.
close.
It's the Warriors, and it's not close.
Yeah.
Is it not close?
It's
It
tough
isn't
because-
close.
It's literally not close.
It's
That
just
was a
'cause
team that was
LeBron.
73-9.
Yeah, and you had
Adding
LeBron.
LeBron.
Yeah,
You had
Yeah.
LeBron James.
yeah.
That's literally unfair.
Yeah. It's like adding
the
Kevin
Thunder
Durant
were a
to
team that
list.
was one game away from beating the 73-9 team, and they
They were.
add a
So
top
it's
10 player.
Steph and Durant or
Who's the
Steph
top
and
three,
LeBron?
But now you have Steph and LeBron.
Yeah, it's Steph and LeBron, bro.
Stephen LeBron
Plus
and
Clay.
Kyrie.
And Kyrie.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
The Warriors.
Clay.
Plus
And
Clay.
Clay and
Draymond.
Dre.
Or
Or Westbrook.
Kevin Durant and Westbrook and Serge
Nah.
Ibaka with Curry.
No. I just
Nah,
don't-
it
I
just
don't
doesn't.
think that works
All
as
right.
much. Yeah.
So the next one is the 2011 Heat with Dirk, or the 2012 Lakers, who lost in the first round to Tim Duncan and the Spurs.
Ooh,
2011 with Dirk.
I'd agree.
Give me the
2011 with
Heat
Dirk.
Dirk.
I'd agree. I think
That's-
because like that.
That would be
That
so,
Lakers team just wasn't.
so insane.
Stephen Nash, Kobe Bryant,
Yeah, but-
Pau Gasol, Dwight Howard,
Yeah,
and
but
Tim Duncan.
but that wasn't the. No, but Dwight Howard and Steve Nash were not.
Steve Nash wasn't.
Well, yes.
Respect Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no. I'm taking
It's LeBron and Dirk.
LeBron, Dirk, Bosh, and Wade.
That's closer than the last one, but I'm still
I
taking.
agree. I agree.
I'd probably go with the Heat.
I'd take the Lakers in that one. Kobe and Tim Duncan is not normal.
Yeah, it's tough though. It's very close. You go either way with that one.
Yeah, so that's what I got. That's it.
All right, I got two ones for us. I got two of them. Where is it? All right. Guess these NBA players based on their career achievements. All right, I have four of these.
Okay.
So the first player is a one-time All-Star, a four-time NBA champion, 2 times All-Defensive Team, and a one-time Finals MVP.
Andre
I'm taking
Iguodala.
Yeah.
Was
The
Andre
one-time
Iguodala.
Finals MVP gave it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't say it fast enough.
Second one, 11-time All-Star, 2-time NBA champion, 1-time All-NBA, and a Hall of Famer.
2-time NBA champion.
MVPs or no?
He would have said it.
Pau Gasol.
You said 11 All Stars.
11 All-Stars.
Dwight Howard. No.
2-time NBA champ.
The All Star team 11 times.
Kawhi Leonard.
No.
No.
What? He would have said Finals MVP.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
Oh, it's currently in the Hall of Fame. Well,
Currently in the Hall
he's
of
gonna be
Fame.
a Hall of Fame. Or
Well, yeah, but he's not a Hall. Kawhi's not a Hall of Famer.
okay, got it.
I'm stumped.
Yeah, I'm stumped on this one.
2-time champ.
I'll
Chris
give you the-
Bosh.
Say it again.
Chris Bosh.
It is Chris Bosh.
Go.
Nice.
The third
11
one.
All Stars for Chris Bosh is kind of
Yeah,
nice.
I didn't even.
did
I
not
wouldn't
know
even-
he had that many. Yeah.
Third player, 1-time All-Star, 1-time champion, 1-time All-NBA, 3-time All-Defensive, and 1-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Ron Artest.
No.
Wait, can you run it back?
1-time All-Star, 1-time champ, 1-time All-NBA, 3-time All-Defensive, and 1-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Mark. No.
One-time Defensive Player of the Year.
And they're a one-time.
Tyson
All-Star?
Chandler.
Tyson Chandler. is
Damn,
correct.
that was a good one.
Fuck!
Right.
Fuck!
One. So this guy only has 2 career achievements. So I'm gonna say the year for one of them to help you
my
out.
God.
1-time All-Star and 2021 NBA champion.
One-time All-Star.
Brook Lopez.
No.
He's been a lot more than a one-time All-Star.
Chris,
Oh, wow.
Chris Middleton.
No.
Brook Lopez has been like a 4 or 5-time
Drew
All-Star.
Holiday.
No.
Chris Middleton.
No.
Chris Middleton's like a 3 or 4-time All-Star.
What the fuck? Oh God, I know.
One-time All-Star.
Timeout. It's someone at the end of that fucking
George
bench,
Hill.
bro.
No.
I was definitely thinking George Hill.
That was cool though.
Serge Ibaka.
No.
Oh my God, who else was on that team?
This has got to be some bullshit. This is definitely some
Somebody that
bullshit.
was only on the team for like a little bit.
Yes,
Who was on that team?
he wasn't on the team.
If it
when
takes
they
you a little
won it.
while, I'll tell you what year he was an All-Star.
Yeah, what year was he All-Star?
No way.
1 sec.
Who are you thinking of?
Jay Crowder.
He wasn't on the team.
I know. And he wasn't an all-star, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure if this wants to load.
No, I was gonna say PJ Tucker, but that's just not correct.
Right?
Kyle Korver.
No.
That
Kill
was a good
Kakova.
He was an All-Star the 2014-15 season.
Oh my God.
Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague.
Holy
That's a good
shit.
one, Chris. Good shit.
Good job.
I knew it was one of those two. Kyle Korver or Jeff Teague.
One of the Hawks.
King Jeff.
All right.
Former Hawks.
P goes Darren Williams.
So, okay. How we doing this one now? We got one more. Okay. Think about how to say it.
Rank these. Blah blah
Blind
blah.
rank these NBA players based on their wives' attractiveness.
You just gave it away.
All right. Blind rank these NBA players based on their wives' attractiveness. Wife number 1.
Like 1 to 5?
1 to 5.
I'm giving that a 2. 2 out of like that's the second one. Putting
Wait,
her
let me
second.
Am I able
Uh,
to show O'Sleazy?
She has one potential, but I don't know how the other.
Okay.
DM
That's
it
the
to
first
him.
one. I can't put
DM
the
it to
first.
him.
Wait,
Yeah.
let me see
Okay.
that again.
Hold on. Send it to Susie
That's
first.
Yeah.
so sleazy.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
There's got to be
bro.
room for improvement.
I don't know, bro.
but
I'm gonna put that at 3.
I'm putting her at 2.
2. Well, we have to agree.
Oh,
We have to
fuck
agree.
me.
He's putting her at 1.
I was. What
You
do
really think he's gonna give us the best one, the first?
Yeah, I don't think so. Trunks, what about you?
Oh, shit. Well, I can't do it because I know what they are. I know.
That's true.
Oh, I'm
All
putting
right,
her at 2.
I'll agree with the 2 spot. I think,
Good.
bro, she's
She's bad.
Why can't I? Keep... Oh, message. There we go.
She's beautiful.
I
I bet she has a really good personality.
just stop it. You're pushing the boundary.
I bet she could really talk to me about life
So where did you guys put her?
too.
I put her at 2.
Okay.
Chris, do you agree?
2's fine.
Who's commenting over there?
Pete.
Oh,
Susie, what do you think,
this- I think I know who this is. I put her at 3.
So, oh shit! 2 of you said 2. 2 you said 3.
We'll flip a coin.
2's fine.
All right, yeah.
Fine with 2. I feel
Okay,
like you guys aren't
yeah,
gonna
2
move
is fine.
off
We
2.
can't move off 2.
So we had her at
Yeah.
1. So
2 is fine.
All right. Second one. Send it to Sleazy. And I'll show you.
Some of them gotta be
Gotta be what?
right.
Fat. Oh,
Okay. Dude,
Come on,
Jesus, bro.
All right. Number 2.
This is,
that's a 4.
I think that's a 3.
She's 4th on the list. I feel
I
like.
think she's 3rd. I don't know,
go with
man.
4. Pete wants to know if they could see. Pete, we're gonna post a TikTok with this
He
shit,
goes,
bro.
"Can we see?"
Should we show the camera? No.
No.
Yeah, I'll put her at 4.
4.
All right, so 4 it
Yeah.
is.
4.
It's gonna go so poorly. He's about to pull out like a terrible one, bro.
Nah, I don't have any terrible ones.
If Savannah James isn't on here, we have a problem.
I didn't put any like well-known
Known
ones.
ones? Good,
No,
good.
she's not on
What
here.
about Blake Griffin's baby mama?
Pete wants to see now, so show it to the camera after.
S3.
I'll put that at 5.
That's
Yeah.
definitely 5.
5 easily.
Show the camera.
5.
Okay. I thought she was.
Oh,
That's-
wait,
she was
that's
pretty.
not the fucking camera. That's the
She's
camera.
pretty.
Yeah.
But
There
she's
she is.
five.
5. Yeah, she's probably 5.
They're all pretty.
Yeah.
All women are pretty.
5.
All right.
What?
So what do we have?
Terrible.
2, 3, and 5?
2, 4, and 5.
Okay.
4 and 5, yeah.
We need a 1, boys.
All right. The next one.
Three.
Yikes.
That's the 3. That has to be the 3. That's not the 1.
Bro,
It's not the 1.
I don't know, Dean.
That's the 3. Honestly, I feel like, I mean, we can't go back now, but I feel like that should be the 4 and the 4 should be the 3.
I don't know. I'm
I
sure
agree. I agree with
I
that,
would-
Chris.
she's
Well, it's too late. So what is she?
she's a
Yeah,
3.
well,
I
She's
guess.
3.
3, yeah.
All right.
She's definitely not 1.
Did you show the camera?
2.
I don't know.
1 better be crazy, Trunks.
Yeah, 1 has to be wild. They can't see it.
Oh, yeah.
One's gonna be like Pat Mahomes' girl.
No.
What? That's not even possible. He's not in the NBA.
I'm saying that.
Then the last
That
one.
tier. Cool 1. That's not really a good picture of her, Trunks.
Sorry.
I'll definitely live with 1. I'm okay with 1.
Definitely 1.
Definitely okay with number 1.
I think this is gonna be unanimous.
Yeah. I think
All right.
honestly we're good with that list.
I think that's a good list.
It's a solid list.
All right.
Yeah.
So you got
Yeah. Number 1. Number 1.
I'm dead.
Number
Dead.
uno.
All right.
Easy.
So since this decides how good these NBA players are,
What's the ranking?
the rankings are in first place.
No, go from 5. Go
All right.
from
In fifth place, Al Horford.
5. Okay.
In fourth place, Boban. In third place, Joel Embiid. In second place, Zach LaVine. And in first place, Paul George.
Yeah, PG.
Like I know they're NBA players, but like Boban, bro.
Boban?
Boban bagged that.
Bro, yeah. Give Boban his credit, man.
Oh yeah.
He pulls.
Obviously,
he pulls.
He's 7'3" and in the NBA. So yeah, he better pull.
But do you think 7'3" like height is attractive?
Bro,
cool.
Boban is so
But there's a
ugly.
point where like height is no longer attractive. Like being taller than like 6'6", I feel like is like now you're pushing the boundaries a little bit.
Shout
No.
out Paul George, man.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but like
Shout out Paul George, man.
I'd take being 6'8", Matt. I don't know.
I would not want to be 6'8", personally.
He's
I would love
Paul
to be
George
6'8".
is doing great off the
You're
court,
crazy
man.
for saying that. You'd
I don't
rather be
wanna be
you'd rather be
6'8".
5'10" than 6'8".
Yes. I'd rather be
shout out Paul
5'10" than
George.
6'8".
That's insane.
I'd rather be 5'10" than 6'8".
Really?
Tom says
Yes.
packing 85 inches helps.
Oh my gosh.
Good
That
point.
gotta hurt, doesn't it?
Well,
Probably.
all you're getting is 3. So live.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus
and
Christ.
a
All right.
half if it's
And
if
this
it's hot
is
out.
where we call it.
This is where we call it.
This is where we call it. When it starts to get like this, this is where we start to call it. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Before we actually do the full outro, Sleazy, thank you for coming on and joining us. We really do appreciate you. You've been showing us a ton of love, as I said at the beginning, and we do appreciate you for being one of our biggest supporters out there. So thank you. Thank you. For that.
Appreciate
We
you,
do
bro.
appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me, man. I really do, man.
And we plan on having you again in the future.
Definitely will
So
have you again.
Definitely plan on having you again in the future. But let these people know where they could find you real quick again. And then
I'm on TikTok at Sleazy with 3 E's, OSL 3 E's ZY. And I'm on Instagram at We Trust Mari.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
thank
Check
you,
my
man.
boy out, bro. For
Yes,
real, for
please
real.
do.
Because there's people who can make content about sports and make content about basketball, but then there's people who could be entertaining when they do so, and that's what my boy Sleazy does. So definitely check him out, guys. For real.
Appreciate the love, man.
Well said.
Appreciate
with
the love.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all of our socials.
Shout out Paul George.
Well, shout out PG, man. And with that,
Ball game, ball game, ball
That
game, ball
was
game, ball game,
ball
ball game, ball game, ball game, ball game, ball game.